because okay.
Hello,
So
everyone, and welcome to the North American Finals VRML Season 2. Hello, Captain.
hi, mother of dogs. So we've just finished with our European final from yesterday, day
Yes.
one. That was a fantastic group of matches, and I hope to see more of a similar caliber of games today. I had a really fun day yesterday, and I hope we have another fun night tonight.
I
Um,
think we
what games
will.
are you? Who are you most excited to see play today?
Oh, all of them, honestly. I'm really looking forward already to the first game, Vessel versus Josie. How did Vessel was able to make it in the finals in the last place? How many legs did he break that he was
Oh,
coming
well,
in the end?
Essen- Look, essentially what this is that Westo, he's a member of the Fab Org, and obviously as I helped to schedule all of this, he just called me up. He said, "Look, I need these guys banned. Don't ask any questions." And of course, I'm not going to ask any questions. So we just banned a bunch of players till he got in. It's
Oh,
what we do.
okay. Oh, so
No, we had he finished 10th place, and we had two dropouts because two people couldn't make today due to an unfortunate conflict with Mother's Day, um,
Mother's
which
Day.
it's Mother's Day in North America, and
Well, here as well.
none of us in Germany. I'm from the UK. Like in the UK, I think we've already had it, or I've disappointed my mother somewhere. Um,
Wow.
but we none of us kind of clocked it was Mother's Day because I think we're all terrible sons and daughters until it was too late to change it. So it's a really like bad situation to happen. I feel very bad for the two players who couldn't make it, which were Grey Withers and Master 17.
Hmm.
But but the upside is I get to watch one of my favourite players play,
Yeah.
and I think the two players I'm most excited about today are watching 24 and Wesso, and it's
24 in
really because
Vessel. Hmm.
yeah, because I mean those are the two players I get to play least, so it's always nice to see what they can bring.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Normally, I'm also in bed when the Americans in queue. So I'm really looking forward also streaming some games of them. I barely had a chance in the past.
Yeah, no, it's oh yeah, no, of course, because Mother of Dogs is one of our latest additions to the VRML casting team, and dare I say it, the best. So it's going to be a great opportunity for you to cast some American games.
Yes.
And first up, we have Josie and Wesso.
We have already Josie and Vesso now, so let's see who's in the chat. Very Hungry Cat, Turbo, Tim, Tess. Oh, everyone is there. Hello, Slowly it camped. Vesso, you have to be in the arena now. You're all good. Very Hungry Cat. Most exciting game incoming. Yes, totally, you're right. Okay, let's see if we have already a code. Vesso, JJ, you can send us a code.
I mean, I would have picked Hungry Cat as my favorite player to watch, but I just assume that every game is going to be a 6-0 stomp because he's the best player in Blaston, right?
Very Hungry Cat.
Yeah.
I thought it's JJ, 24, Tess, Monty. Well, Very
No,
Hungry
it's very Hungry
Cat.
Cat.
Very
He's the
Hungry
best
Cat
player in
was
Blaston.
beating me earlier on Q, so he has to be the best player.
What? No one can expect to beat Hungry Cat, so
Well,
you're about to get a lot of like like angry messages in chat for saying he's not the best Blaston player.
okay, so
Um,
we really need to be careful with our predictions today, I guess.
okay, so um, okay, I'm just gonna write a note because just to any of the American players watching today, we are both casting from Europe. I have a really early appointment tomorrow morning that I have to be awake for. So I am going to be quick to call forfeits if people don't show up on time. And we're going to have some arguments over who's sending the code. So let's hopefully get Josie. Yeah, Josie's making a code. He's heard me. um, and will be ready to go very shortly.
Yes.
So, a little bit about this matchup. Wesso and Josie. Josie is probably the person, actually definitely the person, who's played Wesso the most out of every player, probably in Blaston. And the reason is because Wesso doesn't play Q. I mean, there was apparently like 3 months of his life where he did play Q, but he prefers to scrim, and his scrim partner is JJ. We got that Q, and we've got that code right here. So let's load up and see what they're bringing.
Yeah, we are already in the arena. Then let's switch to round 1.
So Wesso is going a fairly traditional style of Wesso build, where he's bringing very slow cooldown builds. Wesso's style is really just trying to put lots of continuous counter pressure and take advantage of when his opponent is put essentially off balance. Whereas Josie traditionally tends to go more meta, but we're not seeing that here. We're seeing that Tundra that we saw a lot yesterday. And we're seeing both players bringing in the Hurricane. Which has kind of fallen out of favor for a long period since VRML Season 1, where it was pretty much an auto-include on most builds. So, interesting to see if these guys have, in their scrim sessions, found something that makes the Hurricane work, and see what they can do with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what these guys are capable of.
Both low cooldown builds.
Yes.
Both, I think, the same cooldown. Both the same cooldown. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. And if you guys can hear us, we're ready when you are. And I'll just put a note in the little chat saying that we are good to go. So it's interesting to see neither one of them have opted for that Nova Nade Attachment 1, which is, along with Luma, one of the most powerful weapons right now, with Fast Tundra bringing up a close 3rd place, in my opinion. We do see a Luma on Wes's side and the Fast Tundra on Josie, so they haven't quite opted to go completely out of the meta. But
yeah,
no
but we see the Tundra and the Luma and 2 Majestic Nades, so these 2 are like to trap the opponent and not distracting it with the Fast Nova Nade.
Oh, that is some problems we have there
big
on the lag front. Yeah, Wesso saying that he doesn't want to play against that, and I completely agree with Wesso that they're gonna have to remake the lobby or do something to fix this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a big lag. Yeah. Okay.
The trouble is, JJ is tipped to essentially win VRML Season 2 by a lot of people. I still think Tess might take it out, and of course we have our reigning champion 24 with 2 hopefuls included in that, which are both Monty and Wesso. But the problem that JJ does face is he does have terrible lag sometimes. So let's hopefully see that this is fixed.
Hope he can fix this soon. Do we already have the new code? No, it's... Oh,
we do have a new code.
We have a new code. 753.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hope it works. Oh, it's already started.
I think this is a lag test round. Yeah, Wesso wouldn't get hit. Well, I don't think Wesso would get hit.
Yes, it's still a lag test. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, so loadouts, and we need to swap teams again.
So I'm just trying to focus on how much lag or latency I see. I mean, I think I see it. I think you see the bullets coming out a bit faster, but it's It's definitely nothing like it was in that first round we saw. Wesley seems to be happy to go ahead, so we are right way. Round one, game one, second time, let's go.
Let's go. Nice placement from this Majestic nade, but JJ able to get around without any problems and then the first bite.
Nice snowball there. JJ used to be very, very known for his snowball aggression.
Yeah.
Probably going back about 18 months now. In the Val summer, he was a terror with it. One thing I always loved about his snowball style was he's very good at just turning around and throwing it while he's got his back to you. But I don't think he's likely to put his back to Wesso. It's probably not a great idea. So we're already seeing quite a strong combo there. You throw up the Majestic nade, or nade in the air, and throw the snowball out. And that gives your opponent a choice.
I teached him that.
You taught him that?
Yes,
Okay, well,
yes, I always taught him that throw nade and then follow up with something nasty like Vipery or Frostbite. And now he takes a Frostbite for that.
Yeah, that was...
I do it all the time.
I think...
Yes, you got it.
After this round, we might see a lot more Frostbite in queue. I'm already thinking about playing it myself.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would like to see more Frostbites. They are not so common these days. When Luma and Fast Tundra is around.
Yeah. So, just basically a cheese ball hell kind of build, it seems. Throwing up those hurricanes and following up with the Raptor ellipse and just creating a swarm of bullets. Well, a swarm of cheese balls.
Oh, the Majestic nade!
That Majestic nade.
Oh.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah. It can happen so fast. The Majestic nade really one of the strongest nades, and it's just 3 seconds cooldown. Disadvantage is it's easily catched, at least when I throw it. Oh, Vessel like that.
Yeah, it's... What you're going to see... Majestic nade is a very powerful nade, and most of that power, or a lot of that power, comes from the low cooldown nature of it.
Yes.
3 seconds mean you can continually spam it out with fairly minimal downside if it gets caught, because it's one of the nades which doesn't shoot out pellets towards your opponent. So if your opponent catches it, it doesn't hurt them, but it just sticks on their side of the podium, doing no damage to you. JJ in a commanding lead here in game one. Wesso has to move heaven and earth to try and clutch this out. He's got 20 seconds left, and he doesn't really have any high damage weapons other than that Luma. So he needs to hit all of his Luma shots twice.
And Frostbite again. Yes. This one goes to JJ.
A strong opener from JJ there.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we see a lot of.
I would be surprised.
No.
I'd be... Well, yeah, I mean, the person who I would imagine would initiate here would be Wesso. I mean, I know it doesn't look like we're having it. I know Wesso really likes hammer. Yeah, as a weapon, but he never seems to bring it. Oh.
What?
Well, it looks like that wasn't a match. Wesso's obviously trying to say something to JJ.
They're just discussing something. Oh yeah, we will see that swap.
Discussing true love.
Yes. Okay. We will see a loadout swap. What do you think Wesso will bring now? I don't know his style so much.
You know, it's going to be low cooldown. It's going to have lots of pressure. It's going to have a Raptor-E in it. It's going to probably have an Aegis. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts in a Novanade one, just because it's such a strong pick. But no loadouts for apparently. It's just some lag. Yeah. I'm just getting some messages here.
Okay, we have the next code.
I just need to do some background stuff here.
So we have some commentary in the chat regarding the Frostbite and Raptor. Most of the players are using Raptor, but JJ prefers the Frostbite. What do you prefer, Cap?
I prefer using the Raptor in conjunction with the Raptor-E because you can combo them together. But honestly, I prefer using the Tundra with the Raptor-E because you can also combo them together, and it's scarier for the opponent, and it's kind of like another Viper. And I love my Vipers.
Yes, of course. You're OP with your double Viper.
Yeah, I would definitely say that I prefer Raptor here. I mean, normally it's a question between Raptor versus Wildcat. Oh, do we have another code, actually?
Yes, we are already in the arena, and...
Oh, God, okay. Pray for me not having any bugs. The stream will be fine, but I won't.
Oh, no, we have everything fine now. They already started. Two majestic nades. Oh no. Nice head ball. So we don't see any changes on Josie's side.
I don't think there's any changes on either side. It wasn't a loadout swap, it was them agreeing for a rematch and then a replay to try and get rid of some lag.
Yeah, yeah. So just the host of the game has changed. Vessel has a small lead now. He's so damn fast. Ah, but he looked away and the frostbite got him.
That's one thing Josie's very good at. The moment you turn your head to one side,
Yeah.
he will throw a snowball at your face.
Yes.
And it just cuts down that opportunity to dodge.
JJ Snowball is one of the best. Tim, you haven't seen my frostbite yet. Well, 30 seconds to go. Josie has a small lead.
I mean, it's a small lead done by weapon throws. It's going to be down to really if anyone hits anything.
Yeah, so can happen everything, but time almost over. Ooh, dangerous.
Yep, I don't.
Oh, Josie's such a good
Very
dodger.
close. Oh, Wester takes a little bit towards the end there.
Yeah, it goes again to JJ this round, but it really was close. Every pellet
Okay,
counts.
My view has bugged, so I don't see a HP reset, I don't see time. So you're going to have to keep track of the time in the HP. Well, I just won't. But it looks like Josie is ahead of Wesso there, doing some early damage to Wesso and catching him out. God, that Tundra is
this
really going
was
to
a
put
lot of damage.
Wesso in a bad position.
Yeah.
Wesso just trying to get to the front of this podium there with nothing but a Luma and hoping just to use the speed of the Luma to catch JJ off guard, which is optimistic to say the least. Tim, I see you saying that JJ Snowball is one of the best. JJ Snowball is the best. Like
It's the best.
I think it's been the best for about 2 years now. I don't know anyone that could compete with him on that.
I think it's not just a frostbite.
Good drop drop from Wesso there on that snowball. Wesso kind of closed a bit of the HP disadvantage up, but it's still looking bad for him. He needs,
Yes. How
needs
to
to
bring
make
this
stuff
back.
happen.
I also would love to see JJ bringing the curve Vipery. He's also pretty good with that.
I think the trouble for Wesso here is that his style relies on putting people off balance, putting them under pressure, making them make mistakes. And the person you're going to find that hardest to do against is the person who's played you the most, and also happens to be
Ouch.
one of, if not the best player in the world.
Yes.
And there we go. That is 2 games to Josie. And
2-0.
Wesso, I'm going to say you should probably, I would change something up. I would maybe throw another nade in there. I'm not sure how much Hurricane's been doing work for you, but no, we're going straight back into our third match. This is
Match game for Josie.
match game for Josie.
So we won't see HP Novas here. Not from
Okay, so
these
people are
guys.
calling out Tress Commas and Blasted Snowball as being very good. They're good, they're not Josie level, especially as neither of those 2 players has played for a long time. And Turbo Snowball is good, but I mean, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me if I say it to them that Josie's got a better snowball than them.
Well, Tobo was beating me in the past just with Frostbite, but okay, it was 1 year ago. I don't know if he can do it still.
I'm fairly sure JJ could still do it to me.
Yeah, I think JJ can do it to everyone if he wants to. It was in the, I think in the Farb Cup, where you just used
Oh,
Viper
okay.
E.
Yeah, well, Wesso taking some damage there from that bit of pressure. I'm just trying to think what Wesso can do here. He's got a very similar build to Josie though. Like the difference really is, the Tundra versus the Luma and the Snowball versus that Raptor.
No.
And
What has he done?
what's happened?
Oh my. Okay, match point.
Yeah. Okay. So we are.
Maybe he realized that he can't bring this back and then just killed himself.
I mean, it's a very Wesso style move. We're getting all the hits. We just need to see him dance, and we'll complete Wesso Bingo.
He's so damn fast. But JJ is JJ. Oh, not that easy to dodge all the stuff what he's bringing.
He's doing backwards shots. Okay, that's a new one. I hate to say it, but I think, yeah, he's doing backward shots which aren't hitting the podium. Come on, if you're gonna do that, like, try it.
Oh. Okay, just for the show today. Okay, this one also goes to JJ. Yeah, we should clip that one.
I feel that Wesso probably should have brought something different. I think game 1, you bring that loadout. Maybe game 2, if you have confidence in that loadout, bring it again. But game 3, you're not putting enough pressure on him. Maybe have another nade in there to throw up at the same time as the Majestic nade and just get those Luma shots on. Try the whole distract with the nade and shoot with the Luma. Because Josie was just finding answers to every problem he threw in his way. But as Wesso has said in the chat, he's got to play 24 to qualify no matter what. And if you only think that the only 2 players in the tournament which pose a threat to you are JJ and 24, and you only need to beat one of them, you know, nothing technically could be considered to be potentially lost from losing this match. So Wesso's got to pray that, as Sloyd says, Wesso's got to pray JJ beats 24, or Wesso finds a new answer to JJ that he's unable to answer in their rematch. So next up in the stream, we are going to have
Beer Blast and Very Hungry Cat.
Yeah, one second, let me just exit out and put
And
in
we
the
already
code.
have the next code.
I really hope they don't start again, because that last match...
Let's see if
after
Hungry
Wesso
Cat
put his
is
head out,
hungry today.
yeah, I had just bugs on bugs on bugs that match watching. I was permanently seeing Wesso taking out of bounds damage. Ah, they haven't entered yet, perfect.
Okay, we have a code.
Yeah, so we're just waiting on Bear.
We are waiting
And,
on Bear. What are your predictions here?
I predict Cat, because Hungry Cat is the best Blaston player ever, and I'm going to predict him to win against everyone I see today.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like an easy question. I mean, Bear. So Hungry Cat versus Josie, take Hungry Cat. Hungry Cat versus Tess, Hungry Cat. You know, the only player. Well, I mean, I call him a player, but really he's a god that I'd struggle with is Hungry Cat versus Arbo. But in all seriousness, I think Bear versus Hungry Cat. I actually don't know which way this is going to go. I've never seen them play before, and I personally haven't played Hungry Cat since VRML season 1, so it's been a year for me.
That's a long time.
I saw him play against Josie in, I think, Boss Rush League recently, and I remember I think he took a game. He did some damage, and that kind of speaks for itself. But his juggling skills apparently aren't as good as they need to be, as we see him failing the juggle a little bit in that lag dispute. So in the lag test. Slow-it's got in my head.
Slow it is always in your head.
Oh yeah, no, I should charge him rent, but he'll never leave. So, just doing the lag test round, looks like everything's all good. Let's have a look at what they're bringing. So Bear is bringing a fairly traditional loadout from Bear, although I have seen him take that Bounce Viper a little bit more, and he's not bringing it at all today. He's, I think he's just subbing in a Frostbite instead. Honestly, this looks like a little bit lower cooldown build for Bear than we normally see, but it's still going to be fairly high just because he's packing that Viper Ellipse and he's packing that Nova.
HP Nova always in his build when I see him in queue.
Yeah. And Hungry Cat is bringing a very Hungry Cat style of build. He's essentially the thing to check out with Hungry Cat, unless he's changed his playstyle and I'm about to look like an idiot, is he will stand at the front of his podium, swing his arms out wide, and then just shoot a straight Viper at you. His Vipers are, I honestly copied them quite a bit when I play double Viper, just when I just get down to a single Viper. Because they're hard to predict. You're essentially swinging and shooting dead center, and he seems to be incredibly accurate at landing those. So if you haven't seen Hungry Cat play before, you're in for a treat.
Ouch.
And yeah, they just nails Bear Blast with a Viper, nails Bear Blast with a Viper, nails 2 in a row.
He's trying the same thing, but not working. Cat in a good lead now.
And, you know, he gets left front of this podium and
Nice
just
catch.
smack him with the Viper. Unable to quite get that grab on that Majestic nade, but both players like being at the front of the podium and waving their Vipers. I can't blame them, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. It looks so easy when these guys are playing each other. When I face them in queue,
The trouble is, when you're at the front of your podium, you got to dodge a lot faster. You got much less time before those bullets hit you. And Hungry Cat, I often see doing a lot of what I do, which is taking lots of damage, just trying to keep your position at the front, but not enough damage to stop him winning round 1.
Yes.
But that is a round 1 win for Hungry Cat.
He got it. But we're also doing a good job. Let's see if we can take the next one. Nice catch.
So essentially what you're probably going to see a lot from Hungry Cat is that he's going to be at the back of his podium until he gets that Viper in his hand, and he's going to run to the front.
And then he comes.
And then once he's finished using the Viper, he's going to run to the back. And that's the way to play this build, and it works. Hungry Cat taking a bit, not getting a lead. Bear Blast in the lead in round 2, and there's a lovely bit of damage there from Bear Blast to Hungry Cat, but eats a Viper, and it's fairly close. While you got Vipers in your loadout, you're never really out of the game. And Bear eating a lot of pellet damage there to actually give away the lead to Hungry Cat. The Hungry Cat eats a Nova!
Eats a Nova! That's close now. Cat in the red already, but we're not far away from that. So it can happen everything in the last 40 seconds. Nice catch.
Both these players are going to be very focused on the Vipers in each of their hands. But really, it can be anything that
goes to
the game out. But it was the
Viper.
Yeah.
Landed. Great job. 1-1 in the first game.
Kind of backhand Vipery shot there from Bear Blast. Just nailing Hungry Cat in the chest.
Hungry Cat just failed to drop like that.
That happens to all of us.
Yeah.
And Bear Blast with a slight early lead here, but when Vipers are in play, an early lead isn't often enough.
Nice dodging from these Wildcats.
Oh, dodging down into the snowball.
Viper landed again.
Yeah, that's
it again.
good damage. 2 Vipers. One of the things which people don't realise when playing against Vipers and aren't really used to is a Viper has a surprisingly low reload time because people are more used to playing against Viper Elites, which is the more fun cool gun. So that if you've just got a Viper, you can often get the second shot off when your opponent isn't expecting it. Although a player like Bear, who plays Viper, should realise it, I suppose. But a result of that is that when you've got a Viper in your hand, often you won't go back to the back of your podium to wait for it to come off reload. You'll just stay there and shoot a second time as quickly as possible. And Bear Blast's very low here. He pretty much needs to land a Viper, I think, in the next 30 seconds. Because I don't know if he's going to surmount this with chip alone. And that's going to be hard for him because every time he comes to the front to try and land that, Hungry Cat's going to get free opportunity to do damage, and he eats a Nova to close it out.
Nice job, Hungry Cat, but also Bear Blast. Let's see what.
Yeah, well played to both players.
Well played. So first game goes to the Cat. We will see a loadout swap. Yes, we will see a loadout swap. What should they change, Cap?
They should both go double Vipers.
Double Vipers.
And do what I would do. Just everyone in Blaston should only play double Black Vipers and get rid of Novas.
Yes.
It'd be more fun, right?
Yes.
But no, I honestly think Bear might go double Vipers. I don't see the thing is, when you're winning matches, it's not often that you're like, I'm gonna switch to a different loadout unless you think you can predict what your opponent's gonna change to. Now Bear does run double Viper Nova, and it's a fairly strong combo, and I think Bear would be running the bounce version. So that's kind of what I'd expect. Hungry Cat, I mean, whenever I know my opponent's playing Nova, I'm always tempted just to at least tech in a hammer or something to deal with it. When it's really giving me problems, I might take in a Vandal,
Randall.
but I don't see that happening.
I don't see this happen as well. If Master would play versus Beer, maybe we would see a Vandal, but not from Hungry Cat.
No, no, no. But you know, a hammer is definitely enough, especially if you've got like a shield.
Maybe Collision Hammer? Or just the charged one and then a Raptor after the charge.
I gotta eat a huge amount of humble pie here because I for a year have been going Collision Hammer against HP Nova. And honestly, if you're like if you're a player who's not like in the top 15, like me, Collision Hammer is really good because it's a really easy way of dealing with Novas because you just point and click. But a hammer, pretty much a full normal hammer spread against an HP Nova does enough damage to almost kill it. So if you've got a Raptor or you've got an empty weapon which you can get rid of, you basically you shoot a Nova and then you throw the empty weapon against it, you shoot another Nova with the hammer and then you shoot the empty hammer into it. And that's what deal with 2 Novas.
Yes.
Right, so essentially it's going to cost you the same as a Collision Hammer plus an empty weapon or a Raptor bullet. So
yeah, and you can also use it more versatile, so we are in the arena
actually,
again.
You know, Hungry Cat's got a hammer ellipse though. If he really struggles with a Nova, he can just shoot them with a hammer ellipse. I genuinely forgot he had that in his build. So yeah, we have seen that Bear Blast has now teched in that Bounce Viper.
Yes.
My predictions are coming back to what they used to be like in
coming
Season 1
back.
VRML.
We see
They're
a
coming
double
back.
Viper from him. This is a Bounce Viper. He has this for me. He has this loadout for me.
Every player's build today was actually trained by Mother of Dogs.
Yes.
So if you guys want the next hot build, go to her. She will teach you
Yes.
everyone. So off we go to the start of game 2.
Oh, Hungry
Hungry
Cat
Cat
ate
taking some
already
Raptors.
a lot of bullets here.
Yeah.
This was a nice trap from Bear Blast.
Now Bear Blast doing a lot of straightforward shooting Vipers. So they do, 50. They do 20 damage rather than 30. And I think what Hungry Cat should be thinking about is trying to drop block them. And as I say that, Bear Blast does do some wall bounces. So just mixing it up, giving Hungry Cat some angles to think about. But the problem with the Bounce Viper is, it's very low HP and very low collision.
Yeah.
So that just means you can essentially just put an empty weapon in front of it, kill the bullet, and then you get the empty weapon back.
Yeah.
HP levels have equalized as we get to this halfway mark. But you can see that Bounce Viper is causing Hungry Cat to look behind him a few times just to make sure he's not going to get caught out by it. Making your opponents look the other way is always a good thing. Eating that Raptor shot, I'm not sure that's necessarily something Hungry Cat wants to have done. Oh, that was very close to hitting Hungry Cat there, that last bounce. And Hungry Cat's holding onto this Viper. I got the feeling that he thinks that that's his way back into this round.
Well, he has 15 seconds left for doing something.
He's waiting. I think he's gonna wait for that Viper to come off. He's setting up now, and he's gonna try and get some damage. If it doesn't get set up, he needs to do it with chip, and it's not.
He has a
There it
Viper
is.
now.
That's.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
just focused
it
on that
goes
shot.
to
managed
Beer
avoid it.
Blast.
That is a round 1, game 2 victory for Bear Blast.
But it was close. Oh, the Viper
lovely Viper
landed.
lips there.
He's pretty sneaky
Hungry Cat
again. The
falling
Viper E
apart
ends a
right now.
frostbite.
15 seconds in.
Hungry
he's
Cat
down to 25%
after
HP.
15 seconds in the red. I thought this happens just to me.
When you're playing against Double Viper,
This can happen pretty fast,
This
yeah.
can happen just against Vipers.
Yeah. but he's not giving up yet. Starting his combo again.
He's got most of the round left, but he needs to make a lot of stuff happen.
Yeah, and already got some damage on Beer. It's not over yet.
And the longer he leaves it, the harder it's going to be to land that damage. Because without getting close in HP, Bear Blast is just going to have more and more reward just for playing as defensively as possible at the back. But that was a lot of damage, and they are pretty much level. Bear Blast still with an advantage, but...
Both are on the red!
You know, this could be a huge comeback in this round.
This isn't back. Oh no! But in the end, it goes to Bear Blast. But it was close.
That's got to be a relief for Bear there. It would be so frustrating to get that far ahead in the first 15 seconds and then to have a comeback. Probably feeling a big sense of relief there. Oh, a nice look away snowball there.
Oh no, we missed that. So already started.
Oh, a back ball bounce on the back of Hungry Cat just lands there.
So 1-1. Will we see 5 games between these two?
I mean, level scores. That's probably the best indication you're going to get for a 5-game series.
Yeah. Beer Burger. Turbo. Oh, the frostbite. Some pretty nasty shots here from Bear Blast. Hungry Cat almost dead. One more Viper, and this would be it. Oh.
Yeah, well, now it's essentially any pellet will do it. Any weapon throw, probably.
Any pellet now, yeah. Bear Blast is dominating this game now. I teached him very well.
What did you teach him?
Everything he does there. So, first round.
Are you a patient person?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay, so we have round 2 in game 3. Bear Blast with a 1-round advantage, and it seems like this double Viper tech has certainly helped him. Remember, guys, if you want to get good at Blaston, only play double Vipers.
Yes. Plus Tundra. Double Viper Tundra. OP. I just say OP.
He's not running Tundra.
No, but if he would, he would have already won.
No, we don't want to encourage Tundra. We want to encourage double Vipers. Double
Viper plus Tundra.
Okay. I mean, I did run that, so yeah. I ran that in my games. Okay, so Hungry Cat's got a little bit of an advantage here.
Yes. He tries to bring this back. Is he able to do that?
Bear Blast putting out that wall of Novas, putting pressure on Hungry Cat's podium, and just trying to give him stuff he's got to deal with.
Oh.
And you know, with Hungry Cat being distracted by all of these Viper shots, it just means he's less confident to go at the front of his podium and land those Vipers, but he's still confident enough to do it there.
Got it! Beer in the red.
Okay, now Bear Blast is the one on the back foot, and he's got to make some stuff happen in 30 seconds. Is Hungry Cat the type of player who will play defensively and just try and close this one out, or is he a bit too aggressive and is going to go for the win anyway?
No, I don't.
Either way, it seems to be working.
It's working. Just one more pellet.
I mean, a weapon throw, an ATOS, all of those are going to work.
And there it is from the Hammer.
Very close series here. You know, we've got one game apiece, 1 round apiece in the 3rd round.
It's pretty close match. Pretty even, these two. Slow, it says, Cat is too impatient to stall. Should he wait a bit longer for his weapons to spawn?
Yeah, I mean, even at the highest level of Blaston, it's, you know, you're on camera.
Yeah.
It's a tournament.
It's tournament.
Oh,
You're nervous.
You want to kill him?
Yes, yes. Same happened with Abo yesterday. I was just
Plus,
nervous.
you know, for players like me and Bear who play lots for Q, although me not so recently, you know, you get used to playing against some players who you're just rewarded for going really aggressive because you can just beat them with straight up, like, because, you know, they haven't played as much as you. Hungry Cat plays most of his games fleecing kids in Ozo for coins. So he's also going to have that problem.
Really?
I think he might be the richest Blastoner in Blaston tokens. 10 or 24, wow. I forget which. But that's a lovely shot.
Wow. So that's really close again. The last 25 seconds.
Definitely needed.
Oh, no.
Bear Blast is on the back foot.
The Viper.
Close this up.
We're in the red.
Cat just needs to play a bit defensive here, and it's his game to lose. Watch out for that back wall Viper. It just always looks like it's going to hit.
3 seconds. No. Yep. It
Bear
goes
Blast
to a
doesn't
cat.
have the damage.
Nice job. Nice job.
That is 2 games to Cat, 1 game for Bear Blast.
Yes.
Bear Blast needs to win this next match. I think I saw him being the one to initiate the loadout swap, so I wonder what he's going to bring.
Is he the Novanate type? Could it help him here?
No, I was just thinking that. At this point, when you're down in a series, you got 1 game left. One of the first thing your mind goes to is, what's broken that I can play? I don't see him going the Luma, though I wouldn't count it out. But Novanade is something that most people can play, and it feels broken.
Everyone's used to it now.
I mean, everyone's used to it, but it's still really hard to get around. It's like you can be used to playing against the best weapon in the game. Doesn't stop it being the best weapon in the game. But that's Luma. And neither of these players are playing Luma, so credit where credit's due. Okay, so we have a code.
We have a code?
You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
I
do.
missed that one.
Well, they don't at us, so...
Okay, up to the 4th game. Let's see if Beer is able to bring this back, or Cat takes the best of 5.
Yeah. I don't know if we're on camera, but this is my Never Stay Still shirt, which my younger sister bought for me for Christmas.
Oh.
And I was so happy when she brought it for me. But then when she got this size, I was really kind of offended. It's so big. It's so big it's crazy.
Well,
like,
you can use it as a night shirt in bed.
Yeah.
Well, she just likes to make it comfortable for you. Oops.
We got a new code, by the way.
Yes, we have the code.
No, we've got a second new code.
A second new code? What?
Yeah.
Which one is the right one now?
Left. The latest one.
Oh, the latest one, okay. I need to close Blaston Spectator for that, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you just escape main menu.
Too late.
Okay. Well, let's hope that you can get in before any bugs happen. The race against time. The stream depends on how quickly you can open it.
Okay.
And also how slow Bear Blast is getting in.
Okay, I'm in. Beers isn't yet inside the room, so I was forced. Okay, any predictions? Can Bear Blast bring it back, Captain?
I think it's Definitely possible. He won game 2. Like there's and game 3 wasn't like a stomp in any respect. I think Bear Blast definitely has the capability to win the next 2 games. What it's going to depend on is whether he can make changes or just execute better. I think honestly, this match was close enough that Bear Blast could have kept the same loadout, executed a bit better, or hoped or just changed up a little bit in game execution, and very easily taken it. But I think it looks like both players may have made some changes. I'd be interested to see what Bear's change is. I don't see him getting off that Bounce Viper, because I really felt that Bounce Viper pick really helped him against Cat. Not only did it land a few like back wall bounces, just catching him in the back. Those back wall bounces, the side wall bounces, they all serve a purpose other than just damage, which is making your opponent look to your left, making them look to the right, to the left. Turning around. That's the point at which you want to be at the front, smacking them in the face with the Viper E. So I mean, I think a lot of his loadout is pretty much locked in. He's gonna have a Nova, he's gonna have a Viper Ellipse, he's gonna have a Bounce Viper. Maybe he'll get off both and just go Nova Luma. I do not see Bear playing a build without Nova.
You could also use Tundra and Viper E.
You need to lay off the Tundra hype. No. I mean, Tundra would work here too. But I mean, then you're kind of giving up the bounces. So I mean, the third option is you go Tundra, Bounce Viper, Viper E, Nova, and only an idiot like me runs builds like that.
You can use all of them.
You can use all of them. But then
together
you have a lot
with
of
Majestic Nade, Shield.
Yeah, then you just got Majestic Nade Shield, and what that means is that you've got this great kind of follow-up bit where you set up with a Viper, Bounce Viper. You have the Novas coming in. You go to the front. You got your Tundra. You got your. I don't know if everyone at Windmills like me, but it just doesn't pay off. But he hasn't done that at all. He's taken out the Bounce Viper, which I think is a mistake. I think this is a mistake from him. I think he should have kept it in. Because the problem with doing that last build though is that when you're not doing that big combo, what are you doing? You're just trying to dodge shots and hoping for the best while your huge cooldown comes off. I know, because I do that all the time. It's really annoying. Big cooldown to wait.
Okay, but we see the Nova Nade now.
We're seeing what is all this hurricane? Can someone please DM me and tell me what is with the hurricane hype out of seemingly nowhere? I have not seen this weapon being used at all up until this weekend.
Well, maybe they spoke about it and wants to.
I mean, you taught all of them this, so you can tell me what's going
No,
on.
no. I don't taught them Hurricane. I just taught the winner loadouts, not the Hurricane loadout.
JJ won with Hurricane earlier, so
oh yeah.
Why did he use it?
Well, I wasn't teaching JJ that. Oh, the Viper landed. Oh, so sneaky one. It's a Frostbite. Beer's really good with these sneaky shots under the Novas, but also ate a lot of damage now.
Yeah, a lot of damage from that Hammerade coming in.
Yeah.
And Tess has just told me that it synergizes as well with the fast meta. Makes sense, it's a fast for Hurricane. It comes down really fast and you just do a quick combo. And it's kind of similar to what we saw in VRML Season 1, back when it was just more powerful, but I don't know. I think it was I don't know. I think it's probably it's still very valid to use. It's just I think a lot of players didn't like bringing it because it used to be so much stronger with that 14 damage a pellet. Taking essentially more than 40% damage nerf, or 40, well, something like that, around that figure. Just felt so rough.
Ah!
It's almost a 30%.
This was a lot of damage from this Hammer Nade.
Bear Blast just taking loads of damage from hammer nades this game. Hungry Cat doing really well to angle them and
Nice
just closes
job.
that out.
Nice job from Hungry Cat. So it's match point for Very Hungry Cat now.
Match point for Very Hungry Cat. If Bear Blast does close this out somehow, I think he needs to go back to the Bounce Viper.
Oh yeah, but it will be hard now. I don't think he has a big chance with the Hurricane. That doesn't help him much. Und the Nova Nade.
Yeah, Hungry Catch landing that Nova Nade. Very, very nicely timed nades. Coming right where they need to, doing a lot of damage. I think most of his damage this game has been from nades.
Cat wipered the camera, slow it is saying, yeah. the Viper was landing.
He's doing it for the fans.
Yes. Well, still can happen everything, but B has to try hard now. Nice catch from this nade. Oh, and the Viper landed again.
Just nice combos there, you know, putting out that Wildcat, forcing Bear to dodge those pellets, and then just tucking in a Viper while he's in mid-dodge. Good catch there on the nade from Bear, but he is still behind. He's got 45 seconds left.
The Viper!
Eat some more damage. He needs a lot. He needs to land 2 Viper E-shots and dodge everything.
Yeah, this will be hard now.
That was the... he knows what he needs to do.
Last 20 seconds. I don't think he can bring this back now, no.
Yeah, each of those Wildcat bullets, that represents death. He's got the Viper in hand, that's how he's going to do this, but...
And
6 seconds to land 2, not enough if you take the damage there.
Yeah.
So that's a victory, a 3-1 victory from Hungry Cat over Bear Blast. Very well played to both players.
Very well played.
I think they did very well. Hungry Cat, very, very lovely nades.
Yeah.
Very, very good to see. I am very envious of a lot of players' nade ability. They're very good with them.
Yeah.
So next up, we have 24, who once was known as one of the best new players that we had in the game. A long time ago, and is now just known as one of the best players we have in the game, versus someone who I think is one of the best new players we have in the game, TNTSJ, who has only started playing since the free-to-play update from last December. We have a code.
I just needed to search 24. It's not the number, it's written in 24.
Yeah, no, the story behind that is because you can't have 2 numbers as your VRML username. I didn't design the system, so yeah, 24 works.
Okay, just refresh.
Could have used it as an excuse not to let him play. Would have made season 1 easier. Going on that, 24 is our returning season 1 champion for VRML. VRML is the first tournament he ever won in a miraculous reverse sweep against a player we saw earlier playing, JJ. Really a fantastic match there. And I think most people watching will know this, but for anyone who's new to the game or anyone new to 24, he's known as one of the hardest players in Blaston to hit. He is an insanely good dodger, and he's on the floor now, and you're going to see him on the floor a lot more during the game. He does this, it's like a floor spider maneuver where he goes to the floor, wriggles around, and you cannot touch him at all.
Yeah.
It sounds bad until you see it played, and most people in the chat will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
TNTSG doing a great job there, catching all those bullets. High skill there.
I can do that as well. I'm the
You taught him.
best bullet catcher.
So what do we see here? So 24 has gone for a fairly meta build, but he's included a Hammer Ellipse in place of what we'd normally see as a second nade. And the other thing about 24 is he has played that Hammer Ellipse an incredible amount. You know, the people that people always talk about being the best Hammer Ellipse players are, you know, like Monty, JJ, Tesseract, and definitely 24. A fantastic clamper. And I haven't seen him play it for a while, so I'm excited. TNTSJ, though, is rocking that HP Nova, Double Raptor, Hammer, Wildcat, Luma kind of combo. So everything for TNTSJ is going to be coming at 24's front. There's no real avenue, apart from, you know, technically Raptor Ellipses, to get anything, any kind of pressure on 24 other than coming directly at its face. And I already feel that this has been a mistake. You know, it's just, if you've only got one area where the threats are coming from, that's only one area you've got to worry about. And if you're 24 and you've only got one area to worry about, when you can seemingly dodge past everything coming from every area, well, I don't see a lot of avenues for TNTSJ to get a hit. You know, I suppose, you know, it's, let's have a look at what the I mean, it's also, it's like you've got, so that's Raptor 3, so it's going to, I think that's Raptor 3, so he's going to be placing down Novas, placing down Split Raptors, and then following up with either, placing down a Hammer. There's going to be a lot of, lots of bullets coming in from the front, no doubt. But...
Oh no! Oh, he got out of bounds. Oh, this was unfortunately.
Let me try and think about how I can blame that on not bringing any nades and how that was totally called by me. But no, that's just an unfortunate thing. When you stick your head out of the bounds,
yeah,
and you keep it there, it's very hard.
I think he's just nervous. Well, I would be.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
This might be one of TNTSJ's first competitive tournament matches.
Yeah.
And you know,
Oh,
I remember mine was against JJ. And let me tell you, it was not pretty. He hurt me. But he gets a Luma on 24, which is more than most people can say.
Yeah.
So, honestly,
nice job.
If you're watching this back and you feel bad about how this first game went, don't. You hit 24 with a Nova. That's awesome, dude. So
yeah.
nicely done.
He should count that as a win already for himself. Okay, straight into the next one.
Oh, another Luma lands.
Yeah.
He's got a good Luma on him.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Ooh, this was close.
But you know, he's just eating those Raptories, and you can just see that 24 can see everything that's coming in front of him. So he just picks up a Hammer, picks up an Aegis, and just deals with all of the damage in the Aegis shield and the handle drop blocking afterwards. But with that said, a much closer round this round.
Yeah.
This does not look
oh no! Oh, this was a lot of damage.
I was going to say, this does not. I was going to say, this does not look like the health that you'd expect from the Seed 8 versus 24.
Yeah.
This does. This health does though. But hey, you know, a very good start. Hopefully, he will have more success in this round. It's just so hard to dodge those Raptories from 24.
Nice catch.
Yeah, there we go. That spider monkey crawl from 24. If he just gets to the floor and dodges everything.
And he also has a shield. Shield and spider monkey crawling.
Oh, catching 24 off guard there. But nevertheless, you can see that 24 is just prepared for this aggression from TNTSJ. Just all he has to do is keep an Aegis, maybe keep like a Raptor bullet or two, and he can deal with all the aggression coming in and just fire it back with that Luma. You know, it really seems in order to do 10 damage to 24, TNTSJ has to take about 30. And
okay,
that's why I say bring...
a load of swap.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you ask me what I think TNTSJ should bring, against players like 24, I think I would just, and if you're a player like TNTSJ, I'd probably go something like Bounce Viper and hope you get lucky with the curves, or go double Viper and then just hope that you get some lucky hits and just delete him at once.
Double Viper Tundra.
Yeah, Tundra works too, Fast Tundra too. You know, a Fast Tundra actually is a pretty good pick in this kind of thing. Essentially, you just want something which landing a lucky hit is round winning. With weapons like Wildcat, Raptor, and Raptor Ellipse, landing a lucky hit isn't going to renew the round. And the only option he's really got for that kind of damage is Luma, which again is just 20. And yeah, I would just, not because it's the best loadout, I just include high damage weapons. I'd include some grenades, like I'd include some nades, you know. And,
Well, yeah. He has a nade now. The Avalanche nade.
We got code. Okay, one sec.
TNTSJ, he brings Avalanche nade, Nova, Aegis Shield, Luma, Raptor with extra ammo now, and the Raptor E, the fast one. And 24 is bringing again the Majestic nade, fast Raptor, Curve Luma again, Hammer Ellipse, Raptor Ellipse, and Aegis Shield. Okay, let's see if this new loadout brings something.
Okay, let's have a look at what they got. My spectator's being a bit slow. Maybe I've got the wrong code.
Oh, I think it's a good idea. Actually, what TNTSJ now was doing with this Nova in the leg test, just putting the Novas more to the ground when 24 is trying to crawl. It wouldn't help him.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people use lances to try and counteract 24 crawling on the ground. Just, you know, someone's that good at dodging and they can dodge so fast. You know, as I was saying, like against Arbo in my game, I included HP Nova as a speed bump because he goes with such speed. Just putting like objects in the way just to make it harder and give them less room to dodge can really interrupt that style of play. I'm not going to see this. You're going to take over the commentary for a bit while I get the spectator up because I was late on getting in.
Okay, we saw a nice catch from this Avalanche nade. TNTSJ already got some damage. And another Raptor he landed. Yeah, and now he's starting to putting the Novas on the ground. But 24 destroys them with Shield and Raptor.
It's definitely
But he got! He stepped into the Nova! He stepped into the Nova. In the last one he didn't destroy it. Okay. Oh! Wow, this was a lot of damage for 24, but in the end he takes this round, so we have match point for 24 now. But TNTSJ got a lot of damage. This was really nice. It's really close, really close. It's
definitely a good adaptation for him to place those Novas lower. And some nice Lumas, but they're not connecting.
And a nice trap for 24, and a nice catch from this Avalanche nade.
So just a note on this Avalanche nade. I think, basically, TNTSJ, if he's thought about this, which it looks like he has, and I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah.
He's thought, I'm going to just try and make the ground hard as possible for 24 to stay there.
Yeah.
And so there, right, you see he shoots the Avalanche nade up above him. As it falls down, it's going to hit the podium, but they're going to stay on the podium, which means that if 24 goes to ground, he goes to that podium, he's going to take damage from the Avalanche nades which stay there. So it basically turns the floor into lava.
Oh, and the last Lumas landed. But great job also from TNTSJ, so for that
a really clever way about going about this matchup. I want to shout that out. That was a very nice loadout selection. You can see what he was trying to do. And the trouble is, it's a really nice way to play against 24, but you're still playing against 24.
Yes.
And
It's
you
not
can take
that
the
easy
best
to
loadout
get
in the world.
some damage from him, so TNTSJ
he
can be
did
proud
well.
about that he took some damage
I
off him.
mean, big claps to TNTSJ. You did yourself proud, so well done.
Well played. So, who's next?
We have Woody next. With our third VRML admin, Tim.
Oh,
So
Tim!
Woody versus
Is he
Tim.
already awake?
Yeah.
Which time it is in Australia?
Tim's been awake for a while now. I've been telling him he's got to take over Sloyd's job when Sloyd goes to sleep, so I don't have to do any work. That's me avoiding responsibilities. Yeah, let's just see if we can get a code. I'm just going to add them now.
Okay, just let me change
Okay,
the names.
so we've got a code. We have a code.
We have a code, we have the new names.
Now, what I'm going to imagine is that regardless of weapon swaps, we are going to get host swaps a lot. Because love Tim, big fan of Tim, not a big fan of playing Tim in the context that, Tim lives very far away from a lot of us guys in Australia. And while Blaston is actually fantastic for latency and lag compared to many other VR games, I cannot stress this enough. We have it really good. It does play an issue enough that in tournament matches, players will do host swaps because one player will get an advantage depending on who's hosting and who's not hosting. And swapping between hosts each game is a way of trying to avoid that and just making the game a bit fairer.
Yeah.
One thing it's not an excuse for is sending Tim abuse if you have latency issues, because he can't control it, you can't control it, and it's just as much your fault as it is his. I think one of the things that Tim has a problem with is that he is a fantastic player, especially for his age. But just in general, but aside from that, if he was 16, we'd all say he was a fantastic player. But because of where he lives, a lot of people downplay his success as due to latency. Which, for any of you who don't know, Tim is the #1 player in the world at Divine Jewel, which is the game most similar to Blaston, which is slower and less prone to latency because it's so much slower and honestly not as quick or as fun in my opinion. But
I tried it one time, but it was not for me, honestly.
Yeah,
I prefer Blaston. Blaston, best game ever.
I don't get a sweat in Divine Jewel, and I don't like waiting too long. But nevertheless, the point there is that Divine Jewel probably has less latency issues than any game, and Tim's #1 at it. So I'm just trying to shout out that people shouldn't sleep on Tim as much as they do. that's my point here, and I will stop, because the other person that no one sleeps on is Rudy. He is one of the true OGs of Blaston, the person who taught me Viper E, who is not bringing it, and instead is bringing... What build is this, Rudy? It's Nova, Hammer Ellipse, Tundra Rap. I mean, I gave Maxitos grief for bringing similar builds yesterday.
Yeah, it was similar. He just had no Tundra, he just had double Raptors or something.
Tundra, yeah.
And he had no Aegis Shield, he just had the HP Nova as a defense.
Yeah.
So, and
Tundra's
Tim actually is bringing Tundra and Viper E, so he heard that earlier from me. And the Majestic Nate, Hammer Ellipse, Wildcat, Raptor E.
You taught him this build, right?
Yes, of course. I taught all the good builds.
Very close, although no, Tim taking some damage there. Woody's keeping a bit of an advantage now. Setting up those clamps.
Ouch! He stepped into the nade.
It's a very high cooldown build from Rudy. I mean, yeah, we'll see if it works. I have no doubt that Rudy's the sort of player that can make it work.
Oh, Tim in the red.
Yeah, Tim is in the red. One Tundra will do it, and those Tundras are going to go quickly.
Oh!
Nice shot there. Tim is just a Viper-y from leveling this out, so see if he can do it. Although that form of pellets.
Some more pellets. Oh, okay, but now he's warmed up. Next one he will got.
I don't know. I think Rudy is definitely the favourite coming into this match, and I don't think Tim's gonna be upset for any of us saying this. Rudy finished third in the VRML season, and the way he finished third was with a challenge match versus Tim, which he won in the last week. I know because that challenge match stopped Tim and Slowid's challenge match, which allowed me to sneak into third, because I refused all of Slowid's requests for a challenge match.
Oh no! 2 majestic nades! And the Tundra landed. This was a dangerous situation for Tim. Und so Viper landed! Tim in the lead now! Yes!
Rudy
he got it!
Rudy loses round 2.
Yes! He got it! 1-1 in the first game.
I think Rudy is the favourite, but I think this build is not it.
Yeah. Well,
I'll read the chat after this game to see everyone disagreeing with me.
Well, he wasn't listening to me. He took Hammer E. I didn't recommend the Hammer E in this build.
I think you know, Hammer E or Nova is kind of the choice you make. It's hard to justify both.
Yeah. And I really like the way Tim is playing the Hammer E. He's not doing any clamps or so, he's just playing it aggressive. But he's in the red again.
I mean, I like clamps. I think you should play clamps with Hammer E. That's what it's good for. But Tim's so low, and that's going to close it out. So 1 minute Rudy. Into round 3. Rudy takes it. And we are going to see a host swap, I would imagine. And this does not mean we'll have a loadout swap. And even if Rudy takes this 3 games to 0 with this loadout and doesn't swap at all, I think he should swap. Okay, I think he should change.
Double Viper.
I haven't seen Rudy play Double Viper in so long, but it used to be so much fun playing him with Double Viper duels, and he was really good at Double Viper. He used to do this really fun loadout, which was Double Viper, triple nade, and like a shield, and it's not good. It's like if you go against a Nova, like HP Nova with that loadout, you've got nothing to deal with those Novas. You've got nothing to deal with like setups. 2 nades kind of wreck you because you've got a nade on each side. Oh, but back then you could shoot down nades with Vipers, so it wasn't so bad. But it was so fun that would be amazing to see.
He should do us a favor.
Yeah, he should not care about VRML.
Yes.
Something he's put in months into, and he should just do what I want him to do because I want to see it.
Yes, we should do this. The next VRML, we say what they shall take.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of selfish that he's not. I mean, I expected better. But no, I mean, Rudy's going to come into this and play what he thinks is going to win. Or he's going to come into this and play what he thinks is fun, but he'll get away with and win anyway. And we are seeing a straight Viper from Tim in place of that Viper Ellipse. Bit odd. And we are going to see the Viper Ellipse from Rudy. So Tundra Viper Ellipse. He's taken out that Nova, put in a Viper Ellipse. I like this build a lot more. You know, kind of matching that aggression that Tim has with those follow-up weapons. And he's, you know, reduced the cooldown of his build, and he's still got good setup with that Hammer Ellipse and that Hammer Nade combo. Yeah.
And he has no defense.
Who?
Woody.
Tim.
Woody has no defense.
Rudy has an Aegis shield. Or is my thing bugged out? Who's got a Viper Ellipse for you?
The Viper E has Tim.
Okay, so my loadout is swapped from my side. So okay, so yeah, I like Tim's loadout more. Then I just said Rudy's got a Viper. He doesn't have a Viper Ellipse. I thought he brought a Viper Ellipse. Okay, so my thing's bugged. That's fine.
Viper E landed on Woody. It's hard with two Clemoses. Oh, and the next Viper he landed. What?
Yeah, I really feel that Rudy has the Viper E. I think Rudy's just messing up Tim right now, rather than Tim
so
messing
I
up
have
Rudy.
to swap teams. It's not easy with two Clemoses.
Yeah, that's what was really messing me up, because I was like, which skin, like, do they have, they've got the same, they don't have the same skin, but it's similar.
Yeah, they have the same skin. That was my problem. Thank you, Monty.
So, right. Okay, I was right the first time.
You were right, yeah.
So Tim has got off the Viper Ellipse and has gone for a straight Viper instead. I think that's a mistake. Rudy has got a Viper Ellipse instead of a Nova, which I think was a correct call. Essentially, I'm favoured towards Viper Ellipse here. But Tim is taking an early lead here and putting on a good amount of damage on Rudy. You know, staying a bit more defensive at the back seems to be working for him. You know, both have similar builds though. Tim just has a bit lower cooldown than Rudy there.
Wow, this was a lot of damage.
That lack of shield though, that is gonna be hard for Tim.
Yeah.
You're just you gotta think to yourself, is the weapon that he's taking instead of that shield
but he got it!
make him win? Yeah, he's gonna win. He won that round. Don't get me wrong. Very well played to Tim. But really, if he didn't have that Wildcat or he didn't have that Raptor, would that be bad enough that it makes up for not having a shield? Or is it good enough to have those weapons that it makes up for not having a shield? I don't think so. I think shield is just so powerful right now. It's kind of a must. I run shield and I hate running shield.
Yeah. And I think it was versus whom you also used the Tank Nova, Aegis and Tank Nova, so double defense. I was wondering.
Let's not talk about my past transgression.
Okay, let's focus on this game now.
Tim's up with an early lead. Maybe I'm wrong about shields. Maybe I can get rid of it. Rudy kind of coming back. It's very close. Tim's still with an advantage, but we've got a minute left to go.
It still can happen. Everything. It's pretty close now.
Yeah, that was just not the best aim nade there. Just very easy for Rudy to catch it. And taking some Tundras.
And
Rudy putting on good aggression there. Eating some Raptors though. Rudy is enough that a Viper's going to kill him. But so is Tim. And Rudy's got this minor advantage, but 40 seconds isn't really enough to kind of cling to your laurels here. Both of them are going to try and finish this game somehow. And, you know, a Raptor or two is going to put it in Tim's favour. So, that Tundra looks scary.
Yeah. Yes!
And that Tundra was scary.
He got it!
Tim takes
He got it!
game 2.
Great job! Wow, this was so close.
Shout out to VRML admin Tim.
1-1. Okay, they're going
1-1.
straight into the next one.
Straight back.
Yes.
Ooh, really trying to go for that quick early Viper lip shot. Viper lip shots. Oh, Woody taking lots of damage from the Majestic Nade slash out of bounds. I don't know which one, but it was enough that he is on half HP in 15 seconds. Tim's got a very early lead here. And just going to put on that pressure with the Hammery and then follow up with that Tundra. You know, you can hear him just charging that Tundra, making Woody think, I've got to look at it, I've got to look at it, while the Hammery shots are coming in and just taking a bit more chip. Woody is down that, you know, that Tundra won't kill him, but the Viper definitely will. But Tim's trying to close it out, and he's eating too much chip, and now Woody's completely turned it around with that Viper lip shot. And Tim
both in the red, it's close again.
It's close again. Woody takes some damage there. 1 minute left, this is not going to 2 minutes. And the Tundra closes out again. That is still a scary Tundra.
So close! This is incredible.
Oh, that was very nice.
Oh, this was a lot of damage.
Just did so much damage. Yeah, those hammer nades, to a lot of players, they don't feel like they do much when they're in your loadout. But when you're a player like Rudy, who could just aim them so well, they do a lot. Just putting them close to your opponent behind the back. That spread, you know, if you get 3 or 4 bullets in the spread, that does, you know, pretty much a Tundra's worth of damage.
Oh, Tim, got a lot of damage. And this goes to Woody.
Very dominant round there from Woody.
Yeah,
Tim. Tim putting on quite a lot of pressure there, just letting that, causing that nade to detonate in Woody's hand. You know, if your opponent's got a nade in the hand and you're just shooting them with pellets and it causes them to mess up the throw, that's worth it. Oh, Woody taking loads of damage there. He's in a bad spot. He's in the corner.
This was
He's
a strong combo.
No HP left.
Oh, it goes to Tim again. Wow.
Tim is up 2 games.
2-1. Amazing. Amazing.
Gonna see a host swap here. We are gonna see a host swap.
Who would have thought that? Well, Captain.
I mean, I did say at the start people shouldn't sleep on Tim, but I also didn't think he would beat Woody. I love you, Tim. I thought Woody would probably win this.
Well, he still can. He still can.
It's certainly not over yet, and I definitely still think Woody can win this, especially as not to blame latency, because I am not one to do that. But it is worth mentioning that we have played 1 game with Tim as a host, which he lost. We played 2 games with Woody as a host, which he lost. And now we are going to go back to Tim hosting. And I know they made an agreement earlier as to how it was going to go. So I'm interested into who's going to host game 5.
Well, last code came from Woody, so this could be the one now from Tim.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the choice, I think it is the suggested host swaps that I see in the chat, and I think this still stands, is one of them will either host game 1 and 4 or games 2, 3 and 5. So that would mean Woody would host
Okay.
game 5.
Maybe it's just a loadout swap then.
No, because so Tim hosted game 1, Woody hosted games 2, 3. Now Tim hosts game 4, and then Woody would host
Tim
game 5.
sends the code, yeah. You're right.
I'm just trying to map this out. But all of these games have been close enough that either player could have taken it. So it's not going to be decided by this.
Well, maybe we will see 5 games between these two.
Yeah. I think that's definitely on the cards. I think Tess is just pointing out that if Tim wins this, we're going to see Woody versus Wesso. Which immediately now makes me want to support Tim. Because I really want to see Woody versus Wesso. I think that could be a great game.
This would be nice. So, well, we will see soon. If we will see Woody versus Versus later, or we will see Tim versus Verso.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that out of the two players, Woody could probably give Wesso more of a run for his money, and more likely to be able to potentially take a win. Although I still think that Wesso is so hard to judge. I always think that Wesso is the favourite when he's not playing against Tess or JJ or 24. But Rudy's a very strong player, and he definitely can do damage to him. I just think that Tim's playstyle versus Woody, Tim's playstyle versus Wesso doesn't lend itself well. I feel Wesso's the sort of player who would do well against Tim if skill was equal just on playstyle alone. And but I think if I had to pick which player Wesso would enjoy playing more, I'd probably pick Tim. To be honest.
Okay, let's have a look into the arena. They are both there.
Yeah, I know JJ, but what happens if Rudy loses to Tim and then beats Wesso? What happens then? Does Tim get to say he's better than Wesso? Because I'd love to see that in the Discord.
So do I have the teams correctly now, or do I have to swap them?
No, you got to swap again.
I have to swap again. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 2-1 for Tim. Yeah, that's right now.
Okay, so Rudy's been like, let's play into that latency. Let's get that. I'm joking. A Tundra Luma's Luma's gonna be hard for him. But Rudy has opted to get rid of the Hammer Ellipse. So he started off with a Hammer Ellipse Nova. I thought it was too heavy, and then he has got rid of both of them, and he's gone for a much lighter, much lower CD build, which has got more pressure. I mean, this is full meta actually. Now we're looking at it. It's double nade, Luma, double Raptor. This is a build you pull out when you want to win at all costs, and you want to play what is considered the best in the meta. And that fast lance nade is. I can't believe anyone would pick it. It's so rude to pick that game. I can't.
Cap, wasn't you playing it lately?
I'm a big fan of bringing it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. It's like, it's so annoying for your opponent to deal with. It's just also, it can just be like quick, easy damage when they're not looking.
And Majestic nade and the Lance nade. Oh, this is really evil.
Oh, that is some good pressure by Tim. Like
good
Woody,
pressure, nice trap. Both are in the red now.
Yeah, it looks like Tim's a little bit lower than Woody.
Oh,
Tim just eating a Luma. He's very low HP. And
it
that's going to close it out.
Woody. But it was close. Wow, they are so evenly skilled.
Yep. And now I'm going to actually have to change and say I prefer Rudy's build. But Tim's gone off the Vipers entirely. He's just rocking the Tundra. I definitely like the inclusion of the Tundra, but you know me, I love having two or three precision aggressive weapons.
Yeah. So Tim's the red now. He tries to trap
Tim's in the red.
And nice dodging from Woody.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with that Lance nade. Woody could probably just do nothing, avoid all the bullets and throw a few Lance nades out, and that damage will eat the rest of Tim's HP. But he doesn't need to, he gets that Luma.
The Luma.
Okay, and we are going to go for our, I expect, last host stop for the game.
Yeah, we have 2-2 now. Match game.
Oh, no, are they just going to play it out here?
Yeah,
That's.
they stay
I
in.
thought they agreed differently.
They stay with this slot out and this host.
Yeah. Yeah, that Luma is nasty. It is just landing shots on Tim like no tomorrow. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Ouch! Ah, the landslide. And the Luma. This was a really nasty trap. So Tim already in the red. And it goes to Woody. Match point for Woody.
I don't know what to say. I kind of wish no one brought Luma. It just seems like free damage at this point.
Luma really has to be nerfed.
Yeah, I think just the speed is the main problem.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got, like, you see, like, I don't know if you see it, it looks so fast coming out. But hey, yeah, it is what it is.
Woody has a small lead. Tim needs to make some damage now if he likes to win this best of 5. One more minute to go. The Vector in it and the trap is a majestic net. Tim in the red. And the last Luma landed, so this one also goes to Woody. Nice comeback.
Yeah, well played by Rudy, well played by Tim.
Well played, both of them. This really was a great match. This really was a great match.
Yeah, no, it was a great match. A really close match as well, and I think that we're going to see great matches from both of them. I think Tim's playing Wesso next. And that would mean that...
No, we see Vessel versus Beer Blast.
Wesso versus Bear Blast. So
Yeah.
why did I think that... Someone in the chat confused me.
Someone in the chat wrote we want to see Vessel versus Woody, but this wasn't possible because it's Vessel versus Bear Blast.
I'm sure that later on in the tournament it will be possible. It's unlike JJ to get those things wrong, especially as he's playing in this event, so he's probably looked at the tables a bit more than me and you have. That's on us. So who do we have next? Oh, Tim was playing. Floyd might have gone to bed. Potentially this is on me to have organised, so let me have a little check. 5th game, so loser of first versus loser of second. So we are going to see Wesso Bear Blast next. So
Yes.
let's get them in.
As I said. Where's my browser? Okay. Any predictions for this one?
Yeah, Wesso's going to win. Like, no shade to Bear Blast, but you put Wesso in a match with anyone in this final that isn't JJ or 24, I'm going to tell you that Wesso's going to win. Unless it's Hungry Cat, because Hungry Cat's going to win every game. He's the best player. But but Wesso is... you know, there's nothing worse than playing... There's only one thing I think worse than playing Wesso in a tournament, and that's Wesso in a tournament after he's just lost a match.
Oh.
Because he comes back with stuff to prove.
So he will be really evil now to Bear Blast. Poor Bear Blast.
I predict we're going to see a lot of dancing.
A lot of dancing, okay.
A lot of dancing. I'm going to quickly back in like 2 minutes. I need to go to the toilet.
Toilet is a good idea. I join you. Not you, but my toilet. I just put the intermission scene.
Okay. So I tell the players we've got 2 minutes.
Now we are live.
Okay.
Okay,
I will,
we
I'll
are
talk to you later.
back.
Okay. So now we've got Wesso versus Bear. Um, so what we're going to see is Bear Blaster's got a fairly, I don't want to say predictable combo, but I'd be very surprised if he doesn't bring no Nova and some sort of Viper follow-up. Which, just with that Nova, is going to be a bit of a heavy build. Versus Wesso, who is a great dodger and has lots of low CD counter pressure builds. So, really, while initially I was going to sort of say, look, I mean, versus Wesso, a heavy build is going to be hard for you because it'll be constantly counter pressuring you. The one thing is, Wesso is a very good dodger, and shutting down people's ability to dodge fast is something that Nova, or HP Nova, does very well. We got a new code, by the way.
Yeah.
You're still in the old one.
See that?
Oh, so I love seeing Wesso in the chat. Wesso's saying, let's be real, it doesn't matter what combo he brings. And, you know, Wesso's one of those players who can back up those words. He is a incredibly skilled player. But we'll see. I think Bear Blast has pulled the short end of the straw, so to speak, because this is him in a match versus the number 8 seed, the lowest seed going into this event. But it's Wesso, who by all rights you'd probably expect to be at least number 3. So a bit of unfortunate seeding for Bear. Excuse me guys, I'm terribly sorry how tired I am. But that's the way it shapes out sometimes. It's a very unlikely series of events that even let Wesso play in this event, because he was 10th seed in VRML. So, poor Bear, I guess.
Poor Bear.
No, I really want to see if Wesso is actually bringing what he says he's bringing in the chat. If he is, I'd be shocked. Genuinely, I did once consider playing in a streamed event and bringing Collision Lance, and just hoping my opponent never realised it was Collision Lance, so that if I won, I'd won with a terrible weapon. But then I'd mean I was playing Lance, so I didn't.
So all according to the plan, as I say.
All according to Kekaru. Yeah. You're weighing on Bear. I'm going to keep an eye on that timer. I've been very clear with the players that I'm going to be fast on that forfeit button if people don't get into queue too long, because it is late for us, Mother of Dogs, and
Yes.
it's later for you than it is for me.
It is. Yeah. Doesn't he have time to make a bathroom break before? 1 minute, okay. He's still searching for his toilet paper.
Well, in other news, let's have a look at the matches we've got coming up now that we've seen the first collection of 4 matches. And we can see who's coming up next. So obviously we've got Bear Blast versus Wesso, and then we're going to have the other loser of the first 2 games, I think. I'm just
Loser
searching
of
for
3 and loser of 4.
So that's going to be Tim, and it's going to be TNTSJ.
Yes.
So I'm favouring Tim in that match. Big fan of TNTSJ as a new player, but you know Tim's got so much
more
experience,
yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to have some of the winners matches. So we're going to have Hungry Cat, Woody, Josie, and 24. So that's going to be Josie versus
Very Hungry Cat.
Very Hungry Cat.
And 24 versus Woody.
Yeah.
This will
I'm
be
predicting.
interesting matches as well.
I think JJ and 24 are going to win.
Of course. Okay, Bears in the arena as well. Let's have a look at them.
Wesso doing the wonderfully kind thing and not bringing Wildcat, so I don't have to pretend like I know what attachment the Wildcat he's bringing. He's not bringing Collision Wildcat. He is instead bringing pretty standard Wesso build. The heaviest thing on that build is that hammer nade. He's got his favoured hammer. He loves his hammer. He thinks it's one of the best designed balanced weapons in the game. And I think that hammer is only in there because it's going to be very good at dealing with that Nova. But if I'm not mistaken, that is a collision hammer? Right after I told everyone that I was wrong for recommending collision hammer, Wes's decided to bring it.
Yeah, he likes to taught us better.
Wesso, you were just like a game too late. I could have pretended like I've been knowing what I was talking about for a year. A bear with an early lead, 20 seconds in.
Well, it makes a lot of sense using collision hammer versus bear because he always takes the tank Nova, so good choice in this case.
No, absolutely true, but as many players have pointed out to me, a hammer, a normal hammer, almost does the same job.
Yeah.
But it definitely is easier and a bit less pressure.
It's easier, and Vessel likes it easy today.
I played JJ game 1, I wouldn't call that easy. Ooh, nice. Some nice Lumas though, but he gets hit with some shots on the way forward. I think Bear's got a little bit of an advantage here, but 50 seconds left. I don't expect his HP to stay the same. And
nice dodging from the Sluma.
Yeah, does very well to get out of the way of those pellets or arrows. Oh, not so good there. Takes 2 Lumas to the face. And Wesso very good at just really getting that reload time on those Lumas correctly, getting them out really fast. It's about half a second between each shot, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you spam them out as quickly as possible, you know, your second shot will not go through. So obviously not a hard prospect for Wesso as a player of his caliber, but does make it look very easy to do.
One period.
For the 360 Luma there. Bear Blast showing some of my quick draw dodging.
Nice catch.
Oh, a lovely Viper Ellipse shot to Wesley's face there.
Here's a small lead, but losing
no,
it
the
already.
Raptor is going to close it out. Yeah. Yeah, just Bear not watching out for those fast Raptors and just suffering for it. You know, 12 damage doesn't feel like a lot, but it is.
Oh,
Wesso taking some out of
stabbed
bounds
in the
damage.
majestic nade. This wasn't planned. Those are in the red.
Yeah, Bear Blast is in a position where he can take this round. He just needs to land a shot or two.
Yeah. So Vessel has to be really careful now. Luma coming.
One Luma's going to finish it.
Nice dodging.
Accidentally throws it away. Good catch there.
Oh.
You know, one shot's going to do it. Bear's doing everything he can to dodge. He's forced to the back of his podium and he's shooting Viper Ellipses from there, which are so hard to land if you're not at the front.
10 seconds to
10
go.
seconds left. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weapon
the Nako's
post.
going to close it out.
It goes to Vessel. Great job.
Do we see a loadout swap? We do.
We will see a loadout swap, yes.
I'm not going to think hard about this. I predict Bounce Viper. You know, let's
Bounce
go
Viper.
again.
From whom?
Yeah, from Bear Blast. Wesso's not picking Bounce Viper. It's too much setup. It's not reactive. It's not pressury enough for Wesso. Bear Blast is going to pick Bounce Viper. That's what I think.
Okay. I would like to see some Helixes, Vesso.
Wesso is never going to pick Helix. Like it's too much of a high CD. Wesso told me that he thinks that a build's got to be around 3.7 seconds or under to be viable. While I disagree with that, I definitely believe that he thinks that, and it's definitely the style of build that he's going to bring. Wesso likes short, low cooldown builds that he can kind of dance with, I suppose. Yeah, Wesso's style of play is really just pressuring you so you make mistakes, keeping you off balance and capitalizing on that.
Oh, Helix does see you out of balance.
But it's not so, it's like it's setup, it's kind of combo, it's not so much counter pressure. I'm not saying Helix is a terrible weapon.
It's a great weapon.
Tess hurt me with Helix. But I don't think it's a weapon that Wesso would enjoy. I feel very
He
comfortable
likes
in
to
saying,
do the shots himself and don't let Helix do the work.
yeah.
Well,
He
but you have to protect the Helix, so it's not that easy to bring the Helix through.
we've got a new code by the way.
Yes,
just letting you know.
already in the arena.
Okay.
But there isn't, so we have still a bit time left. He's still looking for the new loadout. Helix versus Fortress Nova.
So Bear Blast has not gone for a Nova. This is the first time I've ever seen Bear Blast without a Nova in his loadout.
He has a
Oh,
double
that's
shield!
Double shield, double raptor, hurricane, avalanche nade. I mean, I don't like this loadout. I don't think this is a good loadout.
From Bear.
Yeah, I'm prepared to be wrong on this,
Oh.
no doubt.
He doesn't have any Viper or any
I think he's basically just thought, the collision at Hammer is just gave him so many problems that he's like, I'm just gonna get rid of Nova. That's fine.
Yeah. So he just has double shield now, but it doesn't look that he is pretty much used to double shield.
I mean, although he's doing doing some damage to Wesso now and he's got an early lead, I just don't know if his build's got enough damage here. The amount of damage he does is 10 damage with that Raptor Ellipse. I mean, if that's all your follow-up, you are really playing a game's chip, and that's not a game you want to play against a player who's so used to it against Wesso, who's literally dancing to you while looking behind himself.
Yeah.
But, it's close.
It's close,
it's close. Bear's down, but one Luma's going to kill Bear.
Yeah.
And Bear's holding on to that Luma. I wonder how long he's going to keep it. Not too long.
Well, and he doesn't have any strong weapon for making huge damage. But okay, one cheese ball, 10 points. Oh, no. It was a Luma.
Oh, just the mind games with that Luma. Shooting two and then just holding one while Bear, like... It's the first time I've seen Bear without a Nova, though. It's very exciting. I would just like to have seen him keep a Viper Ellipse.
Yeah. He's pretty good with the Viper E. You should have brought it again. Oh no,
Ooh,
the
60 damage
Luma
already.
and the Nova Nade.
Yeah, he's got double shield. I'm just not seeing them used that much.
He's just
That's
avoiding one Luma instead of holding on the shield for the next shot. Especially with the Cortex.
To deal with a third of a 4-second weapon. I mean, against a weapon like Luma, it just doesn't feel Cortex is.
Look at this.
It's justifiable.
Look at that.
That's really just trying to get in Bear's head here, it seems.
That's so mean.
But that's the thing. If you are using Cortex or Cortex to deal with a Luma, they just have to fire one Luma. You activate it, and then they wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Wesso is one of, if not the best player at getting you to waste your shields in the game. It's something he knows how to do best.
Yeah, yeah.
He's literally shooting himself in the head now.
And this one also goes to Veso.
This one goes to Wesso.
Okay.
Another loadout for him.
We
I think
will
Bear's
see
gonna
another
get off
loadout
this
as well.
loadout.
I think we'll bring back his Nova. I think he needs his Nova.
I think the one thing I'm sure of is that Wesso is going to keep hold of that hammer, collision hammer, just to avoid like the Nova. You know, whether Bear brings the Nova or not, I expect to see Wesso have that collision hammer. So even if Bear brings back the Nova, he's going to be dealing with the same reason he took it out in the first place.
Well, and if he plays it smart, when he hold it and wait until Veso is shooting his 2 hammer shots, would it help?
But yeah, I mean, well played by Wesso, well played by Bear. I would bring a different loadout there. I mean, no hate. I think that in the current loadout, in the current meta, you need to have, you know, fast weapons, weapons which do damage just to put enough pressure. And that Cortex shield just wasn't doing anything for you. I mean, essentially it was kind of used almost as like a drop block half the points. It dealt with one Luma. Or it dealt with, you know, it dealt with a Nova Nade, maybe. I mean, Cortex really shines against lots of little pellets that are coming into your podium, and you've got to soak up a load of damage in a big wide area. So if you're dealing with stuff like Hammer Ellipse, you're dealing with like Wildcat, you know, maybe a double Raptor follow-up, which is just getting you too much, or a Hammer Nade, then yeah, that is when its purpose kind of shines through. But against everything you've seen Wesso run, it doesn't go into it. The only thing with lots of little pellets that Resso has is Collision Hammer, which will destroy a Cortex Shield, because Cortex Shield has like 100 HP, and one Collision Hammer shot will pretty much eat through all of that. Oh god, if I missed the code again. Yeah, okay.
Okay, match game for Veso. And we see on Beer's side now the fast Raptor and the fast Raptor E, Aegis Shield, Cortex Shield again, and the Viper E. Okay, he heard us. And he has a Hammer Nade.
Yeah.
Veso
he's still got the Cortex Shield, but he's got the Viper E. So
yeah,
happy with that.
Veso's bringing the same loadout.
Nope.
No.
He's bringing Collision Wildcat. He's bringing Collision Wildcat.
Yes, it's a it's a Collision Wildcat, really. Well, no Nova on Beer's side.
So two of Westo's weapons aren't really going to help him too much in terms of the attachments he's got. Collision Wildcat, Collision Hammer, definitely inefficient weapons for this matchup, but I don't think Wesso cares.
Well, he has the Nova Nade and Luma, and alone this will do the job. And the Majestic Nade and Raptory.
Yeah, the Raptory's gonna... Raptory does a lot of work in this matchup.
Raptory's the best
especially for Wesso's style. I think it's the best balanced weapon. Like it's the weapon which you don't want to change.
Yeah. Raptory always in my build, always.
I still remember how long that no one realized Raptory was a good gun. It took a while before he all shaped up.
So Bear again in the red. Also dancing his way through.
And he finishes him off with the collision
wildcat. Yes, I wanted to say the same. Oh. So match point for Wesso. Oh no, when it landed.
Yeah. I mean, as Sonnen says in the chat, you know, double shield. Has he gone back in time?
Oh,
that is a suicide.
Okay, suicide. So we have 3-0 for Wesso in the end.
3-0. And yeah, I think Bedloss is a good player. I just think I feel that he could have picked better. I just don't think he needed the Cortex shield. I think the Cortex shield really hamstrung him. I think, to be fair to him though, you know, bringing anything against Wesso is going to be a very hard, nearing impossible task. I don't think he should have brought the Cortex shield. So next up we got TNTSJ versus Tim.
So we will have to say goodbye again from one of them. Next code is coming. And we are in the arena again.
Okay, so TNTSJ, a much more rounded build than what he brought against 24 in the first game. He's got a nade in there. He's brought Avalanche nade though, and I thought that was a really good pick against someone like 24, but Tim doesn't tend to do a lot of ground dodging, and Avalanche nade is genuinely considered the worst nade in Blaston right now. You know, I mean, obviously there might be some attachments which are worse, like, I don't know, Hammer Nade 1 ain't particularly great. But, and if you're not playing against Tim who's not going to dodge the ground, I'm not sure how much use it's really going to find. I mean, you know, if it lands and it procs damage, you can still do a bunch. It's nowhere near as powerful as it used to be back in the meta where everyone brought it every game, because literally every time you made any loadout, the first thing you put in was Avalanche nade and then said, okay, now 5 other weapons and I'm good. Whereas Tim, on the other hand, he's gone for pretty much a fairly similar build to the one versus Woody, but he's teched in that collision. Why is everyone bringing Collision Hammer?
Yes,
after I came out and said that, hey, maybe I was wrong about Collision Hammer.
But TNTSJ is bringing HP Nova, so it's a good thing in this case again.
It's him reading the HP Nova. But holy, is it just people have thought, well, now that Captain Fab doesn't say it's good all the time, I can finally bring it so I don't have to prove him right.
Well, maybe we should think about this again. Turbo always saying, when I take my tank Novas, I will just take Collision Hammer and destroy your Nova, so...
Turbo was the person who told me that Collision Hammer wasn't as good as normal Hammer because it's pretty much the same thing against...
What?
Oh, yeah, he was the one. He was one of the people who basically said that if you shoot a hammer directly at a Nova and then throw a weapon, you'll kill it, which is pretty much right. So
he always tells to me when someone is bringing Collision Hammer for your Nova, it's worthless. So he's telling everyone different things. Okay,
well,
I have to talk.
I've been saying to bring Collision Hammer for so long against Nova, and I had a day of weakness today where I was like, maybe I was wrong. Yeah, what are you talking about? Like, hey, I'm gonna find it in the Blaston Discord where you said Hammer is just
Charge
as good
Hammer,
as
best Hammer
Nova. Oh yeah, Tim, you're good to go. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I always said that Collision Hammer was the best, and then someone pointed out to me that Charge Hammer is just as good as Collision Hammer because you just do a weapon toss afterwards, and that was you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and so today I said that was true, and I might have been wrong about Collision Hammer for a year, and then everyone started bringing Collision Hammer after that statement. So I'm just salty that losing all of this credit I could have taken. But, Collision Hammer definitely easier to deal with those Novas, and sometimes just having a weapon which is easier in Blaston, so you don't have to, focus too much.
You don't have to think too much, yeah.
And just as I poo-pooed that Avalanche nade take, it does do some damage to Tim, so getting some value there.
Ouch. Yeah, and it's doing a great job.
Yeah, so...
But...
Oh, TTN is just walking through a bunch of hammer shots there.
Yeah. And almost dead. But Tim also has the Hammer E, so... last Tundra landed.
Throwing the nade above him and just following up with that Tundra, classic distract them by looking up and finishing it off.
So in this case, when Tim has the Hammer E and the Collision Hammer, maybe it would have been really worth it just to take the Charge Hammer, so he has a lot of bullets to kill the Novas.
No, I mean, to be honest, I think that right there, basically, he took out two Novas, and if he had a normal Charge Hammer, he would have had to land all the shots and then thrown two things at them. So, I think I would probably still take Collision Hammer if I knew I was going against Nova. If I'm being perfectly honest, just to make life easier. And if you don't have an empty weapon or you don't have like a wildcat bullet to shoot.
Ouch! Ah, this was a lot of damage. Nice catch. Oh, but
Very
close in the
there.
end. Close in the end.
Very close round. Good work from TNTSJ.
Yeah.
But Tim closing it out. And it looks like we're going to go straight back into a game 2.
Yes.
TNTSJ just taking some early damage. I think it's close to half HP in 10 seconds. It's just good early aggression from Tim, and he's down to a Viper shot away from losing this round. Tim yet to have damage put on him.
Already in the
And
red.
yeah, I mean, honestly, TNTSJ probably just wants to not pick up that Nova Oh, good for TNTSJ, avoiding that 100 to 0. You love to see it. Not taking the win, but honestly, not getting flawless, that's victory at that point.
Yeah,
At least for me.
In this case.
But honestly, if I've got that charge Nova and he's got a collision hammer, I'm probably not putting it down until I see that collision hammer be spent. Because every time that you make that trade, you're trading 7 seconds for 3 seconds and 1 Nova.
Yes.
The Nova is not worth a 4-second cooldown. That's a Luma.
Yeah.
So, really, in this situation, I think TNTSJ just not pick up his Nova, and he should just play 5 weapons versus 5. Minute Tim expends that hammer, then yeah, you can put the Nova down. But right now, you see, he's got the hammer, so he's just going to shoot it down.
But the next Novas are coming again.
Yeah, but the hammer's already up.
Yeah.
And Tim doesn't deal with them because he doesn't feel like he needs to.
But he is in the red.
Yeah, I mean, while I'm saying all of that, I did just miss. TNTSJ putting loads of HP damage on Tim. Can win this.
And he got it!
With the Luma. Nice, let's go. First round
He
for
got
TNTSJ
it!
in this final.
Nice job.
You love to root for the new player.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, the Viper landed. Oh.
Yeah, the Viper landed. Now, while those Novas are down, he was
Oh,
as
no.
much pressure as possible, but he has taken so much damage, it's gonna be hard. Oh, he's done well to get back in though.
Yeah.
Okay. He's doing well to avoid that aggression from Tim. He's got 2 Novas down. Both those hammers are out, so if he doesn't eat a Vipery, he can do stuff, but he eats a Vipery, so that is game 2 to Tim. But a valiant defense
But a
from
great
TNTSJ.
job. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, they're going straight into the next round. Match game for Tim. Oh, nice
He's
Lumas.
2 Lumas. TNTSJ is in a good position.
Yeah. He's doing a great job with his Lumas.
Yeah, great job. Good Raptors there, but he eats a
Ah,
Vipery.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
now in a bad position where 1 Vipery is going to close it out for Tim.
Already in the red.
And oh, good dodge there. I really thought I was going to hit him
Yeah.
in the face. He's got to be careful with this Tundra. Dodging all of the bullets very well. Very good movement. Good podium positioning there.
Ouch!
He walks into the majestic nade. Oh god. But he's still alive. He's still alive.
He's still
That's the end.
alive! Oh,
He's alive no longer. This is
match point.
match point. 1 round. And TNTSJ will be out of the tournament.
Yeah.
But even if he does go out this round, he should be very proud of what he's done so far. Fantastic work for a new player.
Yes.
And some great Luma shots on Tim, you know. Just dealing with that majestic nade. Doesn't want to walk through it again, I guess.
Oh, nice hit! Nice hit!
Landing some great Lumas. Very accurate with that thing. I would like to see a different nade from him, perhaps, in future games.
Maybe the Lance nade would be better.
Lance, Majestic, Hammer, Nova, any nade.
Yeah.
Oh, but Tim is low. You know, a couple of
Luma landed again! Tim in the red!
And TNTSJ, it can hold on for another round.
Can he take the next round?
Oh wait, no, we're rooting for TNTSJ, and that's Caster Curse. I hope.
Oh,
Tim wins.
we are not allowed to do that.
No, I get really angry with
we should root a bit for Tim now. Just
let's
to
go, Tim.
make it even.
Tim, smash this new player. Show him that like, this is for the old players only.
Go on, Tim, you can still do it. No, you can't.
That's
Okay, 1-1.
Rudy, he's a new player, okay? Right? He's a new player. I want to be supportive. And it's great to have new players in the game. You should know better.
Oh no! TNTSJ got a lot of damage in the first 10 seconds. Oh. Well,
That was a good position on the nade, but it just didn't land.
oh, Tundra. And the raptor he landed. So it looks like this one goes to Tim.
Well, you know, there's
But
still
it
50
still
seconds
can
left. Tim takes some damage. You know, it's not over till it's over.
It's,
It's just very hard. It's very hard for TNTSJ.
it's really hard now. 1 more minute to go.
Lovely Tundra Viper shots there. Just throwing out a wide Viper and then following up with Tundra in the middle. Just really kind of clamping with 2 precision weapons. But yeah, I just, apart from maybe round 1, I haven't seen...
Oh, the Viper
how much
landed
nade
in the
land at all.
end. Nice
So
shot.
great.
Nice job.
A great showing from TNTSJ, and also a great showing from Tim. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, to take a couple of rounds of Tim as a new player is a very, very impressive.
Yeah.
So hats off to TNTSJ. You are out of the tournament, but you are within our hearts.
He will stay in our hearts. Absolutely.
Well, until we get a new player, and then he's worthless because we'll focus on that. I'm joking. So Tim will move on.
Tim will move on.
And
We
we
will
will now
meet
see.
the loser from game
No, we've got winners now, I
7.
believe, right? Because we've just seen the 2 losers brackets.
Yes,
so we're gonna
yes.
have
I
winners.
just look in the bracket who he will play in the next week. Then he will play the loser from 7. So he will play next week versus Very Hungry Cat. Maybe.
Hey, he could play Josie.
Okay.
In
I
fact,
haven't said anything.
So no, I mean he's gonna play Josie because Hungry Cat's the best player in Blaston, and he's gonna win every match.
Okay.
As I said at
so
the
so
start
he
of the
will
stream.
play
we
Josie.
know this. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard for him to play Josie, but at least he's not playing Hungry Cat. So next up we're gonna have Cat versus Josie.
Yes.
And let's just try and get them in board for a code. And let's play to the god of Blaston so that we don't get any lag. Hold on, I'm just going to text Arbo. Arbo, I hope you're awake. Please don't give Josie lag. Alright, I think we're good.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if they are ready.
Yeah, Hungry Cat's just making a code.
They
We'll
are
see that
ready,
coming
yeah.
in a second.
Good cat, good cat. It's coming. You better even not 5 seconds late, yeah.
You know, Hungry Cat, I'm ready for that forfeit button.
Okay, here we are.
So Hungry Cat bringing pretty much bang on same build as he's brought before. So he's going to have those nades coming up, which he was very good at placing in his match's first Bear Blast. And that Wildcat, which he does a cracking job of just shooting you with the Wildcat and then hitting you with the Viper while you're trying to dodge. Josie's bringing Viper Ellipse. I always shout out Viper Ellipse players. You guys are the best. truly better people than other people. And he's got that Raptor and Frostbite combo. I would normally say double Raptor combo, but that is a split Raptor. And you can combo them together.
Yes.
It's actually not too bad.
Yes.
But I think that's more of a setup. So what we're going to see here is we're going to see a split Raptor into a Majestic Nade setup, throw a Frostbite down, and then probably Raptor Ellipse, Viper Ellipse follow-up. So a very low cooldown build here for Josie. This is actually the lowest cooldown build you can bring with a Viper Ellipse. I know because I've run it. So he just wants to do some Viper Ellipse plays for us, and I could not be in any more agreement with that style of play. What? That was Josie showing that he cannot be hit. Just dodging through that pile of pellets. Great drop blocking, great movement, and Hungry Cat taking some damage on the backside, but he hasn't taken a Viper Ellipse shot yet. You've got to cling to the little things. Knife Raptors there. Some guns just feel more powerful on players than other players, and Josie making that Raptor Ellipse look terrifying.
Oh, Viper landed. Nice shot from Cat here. Well, JJ
Josie
is alone really terrifying when he's standing on the front and he's so tall.
Yeah, and also he's probably maybe top 10 Viper Ellipse players in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that to mess with him. No, he's number 1 or number 2, depending on whether you give it to him or this. He is truly one of the greats, if not the best.
Yeah. Well, he can't win a match just as Viper E. Ouch!
That was a lovely little stop there. Basically, he held his Viper E wide out to the left with his hand. And when you do that, you're kind of essentially telegraphing that you're going to come with a wide swing. And he just shoots it straight. Just catches the opponent off guard. When you want to land Viper Ellipse shots, half of it is just trying to be unpredictable so your opponent doesn't know where they're coming from. The other half is being accurate. But Hungry Cat taking an early lead in this round.
Yeah, nice job. But
It
can be over so soon. So just a few Raptories and a Viper, and JJ is changing everything.
That's right. JJ and Tess are 2 players which, whenever I watch them play Viper Ellipse, I'm just looking at it going, I'm a terrible Viper Ellipse. I need to learn from them. They're so powerful.
I can teach you that.
Please do.
Yeah.
Did you teach JJ Viper Ellipse when he came and visited you in Germany? Is that why you got good?
Yes, of course. This was the whole reason he was in Munich. That I can teach him the Viper.
Sensei. You were his sensei?
Yes.
Okay, so Hungry Cat's pretty low. The only thing which will kill him is
the Viper E.
That's going to be what kills him, yep.
Okay, first game goes to Josie. Well done. And we will see a loadout swap. What shall they take, or what shall Cat take now?
Well, obviously, Hungry Cat, being the best player in Blaston, is sandbagging for tournament integrity. He's going to lose the next game, and then he's going to reverse sweep because he wants a 5-game series. He's just that kind of guy. He knows the audience need a show. Or he's deliberately going into losers bracket so that his comeback looks even better. But we all know he's going to win. What should Hungry Cat take? I mean, if I'm in a Hungry Cat situation and I've just made a loadout swap, what's happening right now is I'm looking at the loadout selection at a list of weapons going, speak to me, give me something, I don't know what to do. Because it's JJ. JJ's weapon, so, with a low cooldown loadout like JJ, he can't really prepare. The thing is, he's very good at counter pressuring, but he's not very good at defending from setups. HP Nova would work well against this build. I don't see it being taken in a million years, though.
Oh, he brings Quicksilver now.
Okay, so I was never going to predict that, but I also absolutely love it.
Okay. Oh, well, and he also has a fast Wildcat Viper Hammer E Hammer Nade.
So I think what this is affectionately called is what do I call it? Hit scan loadout. Basically, you have the Viper, you grab Quicksilver, and you just shoot them. And that's it. And it's so fast they can't dodge.
Yeah.
Is this a lag test round?
This is a lag test, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, I for a brief second I thought I was watching a real like round, but then he got hit by 2 by 3s very quickly. Josie not changing anything. I mean, Josie's build's a fun build. It's a really fun build to play. And Hungry Cat's build is fun. The trouble is like he's still got quite a lot of setup in his build. You know, that hammer ellipse, it takes a while to clamp. And with a low CD build like Josie's, he's just going to be able to put on pressure. He's always going to have something to shoot at him. And while you have stuff being shot at your face while you're trying to clamp, it's hard. And Hungry Cat's not even using that hammer to set up. He's just shooting him to try and get some of that pressure off his face.
Oh,
Josie and eats a Viper.
Again. Ouch. He's just so strong. Nice curves. Really nice curves with the Viper E again. I would be so scared when I would be Cat. Poor guy.
I've been in Cat's position before. Let me tell you, you are scared.
Oh, and the next Viper E. Cat really has a problem to start his setup. Josie isn't giving him the opportunity to do anything, and next Viper he landed. Just such
trouble
a
with playing
great
Josie is he gets so confident that he can just turn his back to you. And there's something about playing Josie when he turns his back to you that you just don't feel confident enough to attack him. I've seen it. I've felt it. Oh, but a nice Viper opening there for Cat. Just needs to do that 2 more times and land something else.
Oh, wow!
Some good chip.
Nice! Nice. Oh, but he stepped into the nade. This was a nice prediction again from JJ, but
Backwards snowball.
didn't land at the Viper E. So, Cat is in a small lead.
I feel like JJ's been to juggling school, because that was just like a 4-weapon juggle so effortless. I'm genuinely upset when I see people juggle that well in Blaston. Just with envy.
Oh wow! Josie in the red.
I mean, Cat's in the worst position, but Josie's
was
in
a
death range.
Yeah. So it's match point for Josie.
I remember when I was casting Blaston Championship 2022. I was talking with the cameraman because I was like picking out shots to talk about in the analysis, and he was like, "So that Viper lip shot that homes in on players, right? Because when you're at this level, it just looks like it always goes where players want them to, but of course it doesn't. It's purely down to player skill and putting it where they need to. Hungry Cat has a lead still. It's just, you know, it's playing against Josie.
Well, it's just Josie, yeah. Really.
What do you mean it's just Josie? It's just Josie.
It's
easy.
just Josie, easy. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that was so lovely. Josie just twice in a row
Yes,
just picked up a snowball.
He just throwing
Shot
frostbite now.
His hand. But Hungry Cat was holding onto that tether. He was like, I'm just going to shoot your hand. I don't even need to go for your body because I'm that accurate.
And again. Oh my god. Oh. Turbo was always doing that with me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think JJ's
Ouch!
JJ's really ticking off the list of the weapons he's best at in the game with, I think, definitely Snowball and definitely top 2 or top 1, not decided on which, for Viper 8.
Oh no! He killed himself with the Quicksilver.
Oh!
Oh no! It's the last second!
You see that?
It's the last
JJ
second!
showing his ability to jump there as he just jumps over that Viper lip shot in the final moment.
Wow.
So brilliantly done.
Which one was he?
Okay,
Was he purple or was he blue? They already left the arena.
I think he was purple.
No. Okay, well, Josie won, I think. He was blue then. It's 3-0 for Josie, not for Hungry Cat.
Okay.
How can
24
I...
apparently needs a minute or two, so... I think 24 needs a minute or two, so... Should we go to a 2-minute intermission?
Yeah, then we do a small toilet break for us.
I need to drink some more water then.
Yes.
Oh no, apparently we don't need to do that. It's faster than expected. He can do it.
Ah, he's already there.
Yeah, he's already here.
Never
Thank God.
mind. Okay. Okay.
Didn't think I had it in me.
Then we don't do toilet break. Just put in the names.
I think it was very nice for Hungry Cat to give us that upset on camera, so he can now storm the losers bracket. So shout out to you, Hungry Cat.
So we have 24 and Woody now.
Yeah.
Oops.
What's your prediction for the game?
My predictions.
Yeah, is it going to be 3 games or 5 games or 4 games?
I think we will see 3 games now.
Yeah, 24 is he's a very powerful player, and to be honest, it's a real testament to overcoming adversity, because he's managed to be this successful a player without being on a shady esports. Well, no, sorry, he is on a shady esports team, but he's not on Faborg shady esports team. You know, he hasn't got to the shadiest. No, I think it's gonna be a great match.
It will be a great match, absolutely.
I hope that Woody opts for a build similar to the last build he brought against Tim. You know, the more meta-focused kind of Luma. Then, say the ones he started off with Tim, the very heavy builds.
Oh wow, we see a super majestic. Woody actually is bringing super majestic and the lance for slowing 24 down, and he also has a Luma Raptor fast, the lance nade, owns the lance nade, and the Aegis shield.
Just FYI, you want to switch names on the stream. You've got 24 blue flag.
I have to switch. Oh well. I'm getting tired.
We don't get paid. We can't get fired. Hell yeah.
Okay. Now we have the correct sides.
Okay, so I mean it's got the Luma. I asked for that. It's a very heavy build, so he's gonna have to really make that majestic work.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, Lancers have been brought against 24 as kind of a solution to him dodging around since I was about to say the dawn of time. Blaston's only been out for 2.5 years, but you know, since about a year ago actually. In fact, since Wesso brought him against 24 in Val Winter. I know my Blaston history way more than I should. Don't think I've ever really seen 24 have to deal with a Super Majestic. I mean, it's possible Tess might have brought it against him in a tournament, because Tess is the only kind of top player I know that really runs it a lot. I mean, I'm definitely favouring 24 here.
Yeah.
He's essentially got the meta build, but instead of straight Luma, he's got fast Luma, and instead of fast Raptor, so he's got curve Luma. Instead of fast Raptor, he's got Tundra, which you can still do the same combo. It's just 2 seconds more expensive. Oh, we may have a problem. I think that they're testing whether they got the crouch bug. '24's teaching Woody how to get low to the floor. Learning from the new generation to the old. This might be the bug I still don't quite understand, which happens when you watch a replay. Just a note to anyone watching: if you ever watch a Blaston replay, let's say, you know, someone flips you off in queue and you want to record it so you can put it on the Discord because you're petty like me. After you've done that, go to Ozo or quit the game and come back, because otherwise it can affect your crouching.
Oh wow.
We might be seeing. Yeah, no, that's. And I still don't know when that happens or when it doesn't happen, or how to test or how to even see. But 24 does, because I think when I played him in VRML Season 1, he pointed that out to me and said that I needed to reset too. So 24 doing the Lord's work here. If he's going to beat you, he's going to make sure he beats you fair and square.
Then.
So I think this just be 24, hitbox glitch. Yeah, we got a new code. Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. So I nailed it. 24, when you watch this back, please teach me how to learn if I've got the hitbox glitch. The thing which just happened. Until now, I've just assumed I've always had it and blamed every loss I've ever encountered on having the hitbox glitch, even if I never go to the floor.
Well, when I try going to the floor, it works, but problem is I don't come up after that again.
Me neither, you know. If I go to the floor, I stay there.
Yes, me as well. I was trying it. I think I was trying it in one of my VRML games. I also streamed this one, and it was so embarrassing. I was on the floor. I didn't came up. I felt like some what is the English name of the small things on the they are laying on the back and are not able to come up again.
A tortoise or a turtle.
Yeah, a turtle. Yeah.
So there's a recorded match of me somewhere on the internet where I go to the floor and I realize I can't get back up, and I've got a stream of pellets coming in, and you just see me twerking. I think someone called it the fab twerk for a while because I just shook that buoy as a way of trying to dodge bullets, and it kind of worked. But yeah, once you get to if you can't get back up from the floor, it's normally safer not to go there. Whereas people like 24 live on the floor because they're so good at dodging. Yeah, there we go. That seems to be looking good, I hope, because I don't want to stay up that much later. There we go.
I was thinking the same. I just was doing it quietly.
I'm using my male privilege to be loud and annoying. Apologies.
No apologies for that.
No, I am.
Well, after the games are finished, I still have to go out with my dogs, so I won't be able to go in bed after that.
Yeah, I hope these guys hurry up because like I've got to give a radio show in like a really small amount of time.
Yeah.
I need to go to bed.
Yeah. I will join you.
I'm just. No, my partner would be very angry.
In my own bed, I mean. So I will join you going sleeping, but in my own bed.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's start. Not that the battery is dying. Oh, I landed, nice.
24.
Nice catch. Oh! Got some
Good damage
tundra
there
and
from
raptor.
Yeah.
But the build is good. The build is good for 24. Wow! Wow, look at that!
Really doing lots of damage. The build's working against 24. Trouble is, it's so heavy that Rudy's got to wait for the cooldown to come up before he can make another aggressive stance thing.
Yeah.
And he only has to land essentially one raptor.
Yeah. The Luma, he needs to take his Luma. But yes, he got it! He actually got it!
Wow.
Great job!
Surprisingly. Good job by Rudy. Very well played.
Wow.
You know, built a build to beat the opponent and executed well.
Who would have thought that? Okay, well, maybe I was wrong this time. Maybe we will see more than
I'm never wrong. It's 24 that's wrong. He should have played better.
Yeah. Well, I teach Rudy well. He has learned a lot.
Rudy, do not make this build meta. I will actually curse you for ruining Q.
Ouch, das was a no-win.
24, save us from the return of Lance and Majestics to Q all the time.
Yeah. Oh, who was it? Someone is bringing a really nasty build lately. It's Nazmul. He's bringing the Lance Nade, the Majestic Nade, and some lasers.
Well, I always make sure whenever I play him with that build to try hard as much as possible to try and dissuade him from bringing it again. So 24 seems to wised up. He's still not in a winning position yet, but he's in a better position than he was this time last game.
Nice catch again, but
that Tundra lands to even it up. Or I can't work out who's in ahead. It looks very close. 30 seconds left.
Pretty
it's a bit of damage.
And now Woody has his Tundra again, and oh! And 24
Okay.
stepped into the nade as well. It goes
So
to Woody.
24 losing this game.
Wow.
Now, are we going to see the bunker?
We will see the bunker.
Oh, will we see the bunker? 24's brought the bunker before. He's beaten JJ with the bunker.
Oh no. I don't want to see bunker. It's so boring.
I want to see bunker.
No.
I want to see bunker. You know, look. Firstly, Rudy, when you watch this back, if you thought I shook my head when you bought Luma, you might have been mistaken. But I'm shaking my head for bringing Lancers. Come on, dude. But also, like, if someone brings Lancers, they deserve to have the bunker brought against them. I know I see people in chat saying 24's rusty. I don't like 24 is a player who can pick up a game which he's never played and within a week be known as the best player at that game. 24 like literally could have not played Blaston for like half a year and he'd take a few games and start wrecking everyone, barring like 3 people. But I do think that, you know, Woody's build, despite my earlier reservations, worked. It worked very well.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah. I kind of thought that 24 might be able to deal with it a little bit better, but you know, as Tim says, Woody's been playing it in queue a lot, so he knows how the build works. And really, what it is he kind of locks 24 into position there. You know, Majestic, Lancers, and then that Lance nade, which does that instant damage, comes over and just gets free damage on him, and forces 24 to either take a load of damage from the Lance nade or move into one of the Lancers or Majestics.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I'm 24. I'm 14 and I've got my whole life ahead of me, and I'm happy. But but if I'm choosing what to build here, I might bring like a Nova, to be honest.
A Nova.
I think like a Nova does well against Lancers. Puts up a little shield.
Wow.
But I
Maybe
also
Woody's also changing his loadout, so.
Nah, you beat 24 with a build like that, you don't change. You just hope that 24 can't counter it. You don't want to fight 24 in a fight he's used to. At least I don't.
Yeah, he has it
okay,
again.
well you are... Yeah. And 24, not much change. Come on guys, don't have a really long leg test round each time. I feel like you are purposely upsetting me. I know that it's been 10 seconds.
Just give out a forfeit.
Yeah. I mean, if we're giving out forfeits, you know, 24 is the one that's going to forfeit. Woody's on Faborg. You know, I've got to show incredible bias. You know, otherwise, why am I even here if I'm not going to abuse my power? Oh, Sundown Digital. Yeah. SM. I mean, SM's not really a direct counter to Bunker, really. It will go through Bunker. Bunker won't do anything for Super Majestic, but it will get rid of the Lancers. And the reason we're kind of talking about Bunker is not because we think it should be brought, because Bunker is trash. It's just not a good weapon at all. But it's because 24 has brought it before, and he won against JJ with it in his loadout. So we know he can play it, and I want to see the memes. Yeah, but really, it's with this trap that Rudy's got, it's not the fact that you got to deal with both Super Majestic and lasers. You got to deal with one of them, and then dodge the other one. And because nothing will get rid of the Super Majestic, you got to deal with the lasers, or hope that Rudy misplaces it there. Oof.
Ouch. Das war so Luma. And the Nova landed as well. And the another Luma. Oh, okay.
Okay.
24's warmed up.
Well, that's another method. Okay. So the way to counter this is just to kill them before that they
Yeah,
get to do the combo.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
This is
Kill
the
them
problem
fast.
of Woody's build. It's such a high cooldown.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying in the first game, but you know when you get it set off, it works so well that you can see it's worth bringing. And I'm quite surprised that I don't see 24, you know, shooting the Raptor Tundra combo together. It works so well. Shooting them one after the other.
Oh, and step into the Majestic. Ah, this was a lot of damage.
That was a lot of damage.
So this one
a
goes
lot
to
more
24. 21st this time.
Yeah. I'm not. I should just like if anyone can remind me, like I don't know if they've made any changes to the loadout.
No, I don't think
I
so.
presume they had a wound swap, didn't they? So, I mean, like these guys live in the same country. If they're doing it for latency issues, I think that they're being prima donnas. But I assumed that someone did a loadout swap, and I assumed it would have been 24. So I'm just gonna have a quick look back and see if I can catch if there have been any changes and if 24 adapted or he just executed better. But we're off to the races and 24 getting some early damage on Woody there. 15 seconds in and Woody's put down his combo and he's not capitalizing on it. You know, without that Lance Nade being used, it's not as dangerous. That Lance Nade really does seem to be key to the whole combo.
Oh, Tundra landed. Ah. Never catch a nade when your opponent has a Tundra in his hand.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and checked. There's been no swaps on either side.
Yeah.
24's just playing differently.
Yeah, yeah. He's playing faster than before. And
you can see he's caught that Super Majestic and he's not letting go.
Yes. Yes.
Especially now he's got a lead. He knows that if Woody's able to get that Super Majestic, he's able to combo.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he'll just close out the game one-handed.
Yeah.
Or the round one-handed. So this is game 3, round number 2. We are 1-1 apiece in games. Woody versus 24.
And 24 is in the lead in this game. Oh, this is a nice trap. But 24 able to dodge most of it.
I mean, you have to give it to Rudy. It's a very nice game plan he's come in. He's definitely built this for 24. I think he looked at the bracket and thought, I'm going to play against 24, so let's try and work out how to do it. And it worked. It worked game 1.
Yeah, yeah. But maybe he should think about something different because it's not working anymore.
Well, the thing is, if you find a win in an unfavored loadout, in an unfavored matchup, which I don't think anyone's going to disagree with, but you've taken 2 losses with that same build, do you think it's worth changing? Or do you just hope that you can make it work again like game 1?
Well, I would change it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I think he's going to change it. Honestly,
he's going to change it now, yeah.
Honestly, in this situation, I probably wouldn't change it. Maybe I'd change. Maybe I'd try the same loadout, but I would switch up the.
I think you could take Nova instead of Super Majestic. You could also trap 24 with a tank Nova and keep just the rest.
don't know. I don't know. I think keeping the lances are what are definitely working for him. I've never played that loadout because it has lances in it, and I like to look at myself in the mirror and feel good about myself. So I don't know how the build, kind of functions without the Majestic. Okay, we have a code.
We have a code.
Have you seen the code?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can start. Oh, but we
Okay.
don't have Tim in the arena yet.
Okay. Okay, so you're right. Rudy has done a switch. He's gone to the traditional meta build. The meta build the meta build right now is double nade, double raptor, Luma, Aegis shield. And he's opted for that fast lance nade. It's a lovely nade, to be honest. It just does fast damage, and one of the things I like most about it, as someone who's not very good at aiming their nades, is that you don't have to be particularly good at aiming your nades with it. As long as they can't grab it, it's going to do a similar job. It's just about getting the right angle on them. Whether you want it to the side, up above them, or behind them. But it's not like a Majestic nade or a Nova nade where it really helps to get as close to the podium as possible. So it looks like we're going to go straight into the game.
Yeah.
This is match point 424.
Yes.
24 eating some raptors.
Nice catch from this Novanite, but also dangerous catch when the Tundra was also coming. Oh no, he
Some
stepped out of
outbound damage
bounds. This was unfortunately.
It really did look like he had the choice of eating a Luma or stepping out of bounds.
Oh.
Similar damage. And eats a Luma there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and the Novanite landed as well.
I thought something might have gone wrong, but no, he was just putting up his hands.
Yes. Oh, Woody in the red already.
Yeah.
Last 40 seconds.
And, a Luma or a Tundra is going to close it out.
And we have match
Yeah,
point for the 20.
Yeah, now Rudy doesn't have a way to lock down 24. He's got to deal with that dodging. And 24 is very good at putting pressure on you while dodging out the way your bullets. Using that shield to deny any possibility of getting hit by that lance nade.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
Nice
some
strategy
good
for
damage
24.
there from Woody.
Got some damage. Oh, nice. Woody has a small lead now. Can he hold it?
Got half the game left to go. Definitely doable.
Oh, wow! Tundra incoming. Nice touching from the Tundra. And he
I'd like to
stepped
see
into
24
the-
go a bit close to the front when he shoots those Tundra shots. You can kind of get away with being at the back with your Lumas, but it really does help to be closer to your opponent with those Tundras.
Crouch into the Majestic net. Nice catch. Oh,
Nice shot there. From 24.
it's
Very
close now.
close going, 20 seconds. Woody's got the advantage. If he can just hold out and not take any more damage, then he's in a good position. 24 needs to land the Luma, needs to land the Tundra. Maybe these nades can get it done.
Coming.
But
No.
not if Woody catches it.
It goes to
Tundra.
Woody! Great job!
Ties up the rounds.
So we have
Just need
another
one more round to
match.
stay in and take it to a game 5.
Well, my prediction was wrong in this case. Maybe we will see 5 games here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Woody's definitely performed better than we expected.
Yeah.
You know, Woody's one of those players. I say never count out Woody, but it's playing against 24. I just kind of assumed, you know, it's 24. 24's
Yeah.
top 3 players in the world.
I really should play more to American times to know these guys better.
Yeah, but then you'll start hating latency with a passion, especially when they play Luma.
Yeah, and I think they are mostly scrimming.
Yeah, I mean, their LP counts kind of imply that they're probably scrimming a lot more than they're playing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think I don't know how much 24 really plays. 24 plays a lot of different games. Very good at all of them. But he's kind of taken a break from Blaston in recent months. I wouldn't put that as any reason to say he's not a top player. I think that 24 is always a player to be absolutely feared, and I mean, showing it right now. He's winning. Woody's got 25 seconds to close this gap in health, and he's not going to do it if he takes that Luma or those nades.
Yeah.
He's got to land 4 Lumas, and he's only got 3 in the quiver. So.
Well, Woody has a Luma, but...
Woody, you got to go now, mate. Like, you don't have enough damage unless you start to get that Luma respawn. GG, well played. Very well played to Woody.
Yes.
Like, really well done. You know, I wasn't a big fan of your first game build, and I was absolutely wrong on that, and you showed why. So, really well done.
Wow.
You know, taking a game of 24. Not many people have that accolade to add to themselves.
Not that easy.
No. 24's absolutely humiliated me in last VRML season finals. I think I was happy because I took a round. But Woody did fantastically. 24, obviously, though, did close out the win and will be going on to winner's bracket to meet JJ next weekend. So come back and watch that with us.
Yes. So, for today...
I think that closes it out for today. That was our last game.
That was our last game, yeah. So the next action we will see next week.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. And well played to all of our players. And thank you to the audience.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for playing, and thank you for co-casting, my dear captain. And for tomorrow, have a great success when you have your presentation.
Oh yeah, big thanks to Mother of Dogs, by the way, everyone, because originally I was supposed to do this on my own, which would have been a much slower, more janky stream, and you know, when there were names in the wrong place, that would not have got fixed. I mean, honestly, we wouldn't have any of the slides or transitions. It would be me and a camera telling you what I'm seeing on the spectator, most likely. But and it's very late for Mother of Dogs right now in Germany. It's like it's past 1 a.m. for you.
It's
but
1 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. So she agreed to help me out last minute as a massive favor to make sure the stream didn't fall apart, and I couldn't be more grateful.
Well,
and you guys should all be grateful too. Because
I couldn't let you down, Cap. I couldn't do that doing you alone. So. And it was a pleasure for me again, casting the American finals.
Yeah,
This
big
was
fuss,
also
some
a
great
great
matches.
thing. Yeah, we saw a lot of great games. And yeah, I was happy that you did the most of the talking because my English is getting worse when I'm tired.
And I'm happy I did most of the talking because I'm a self-obsessed narcissist who wants to be a center of attention. I'm joking.
Okay, guys, then have a great day, evening, night, morning, wherever you live on this beautiful planet.
Okay. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
I will go with my dogs and then I'm going to sleep. See you in Discord and see you in the arena.
Season 2 of VRML Blaston is brought to you by Resolution Games, HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, and VRware.net.